From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey, I'm Shawn Mendes.
This is Selena Gomez.
Drizzy Drake.
Taylor Swift.
Post Malone.
Camila Cabello.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Right here. Turn up.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
I can feel
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. I just Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
$20,000. Are you seeing that? Are you seeing that?
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, did you hear this clip of the world's the singer with the lowest voice ever?
What?
So a guy named Tim Storms holds the Guinness World Record for hitting the lowest note. It registered a .0189 hertz. You want to hear him sing? This is a song called Let's Road.
Gotta walk. Got to
Okay, so
Is that not something wild right there?
kind of scary,
Yeah.
but I kind of like it.
Yeah, I kind of like it too. I really do. Go hit your lowest note, Maury.
The lonesome road.
Did you what's that first word? Lonesome?
What's a lonesome?
What's a lonesome?
Is that like a museum?
Okay, hit the lonesome road again.
The lonesome road. Down the road.
Wow. Hey, Shem, come in here and give us your lowest. Shem's a real singer. It's going to put us all to shame.
It's true.
The lonesome road.
Sam, you sing, Shem, you sing in where? You're part of a group, but you're also singing church, right?
Yes. Yeah, my church choir. I'm the church choir director.
There you go. Okay. So Shem is a professional singer. So hit us with your lowest.
Am I singing Lonesome Road? Okay.
Lonesome Road. Yes, please.
Yeah, your words are the lonesome road. Okay?
The Lonesome Road.
The Lonesome Road.
That was Roz. Okay. Oh, wow.
Jeez.
The Lonesome Road.
Now all of us together.
Okay, we have to harmonize. Do you know how to harmonize more? Shem, can you explain harmony to Maury in a few words?
To Maury?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Here we go. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. The Lonesome Road.
So, you know, if we're going to harmonize, we all can't sing the same notes.
Okay.
Yeah, do any of you know what harmonizing is?
Okay, one more time.
One more time.
The lonesome road.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go high.
Thanks, more. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
The Lonesome Road.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
You know, what's up, dude? It's Roz and Mocha.
I was just wondering if I can request Mouth Charades.
Yeah, sure.
Roz, I'm rooting for you.
Well, I've just given up on Mouth Charades.
Why?
I don't even find. I don't know. I've never. Listen, you know me. I think you guys cheat, and everybody
Who cheats?
and everybody knows who
Yeah.
cheats.
Roz, the fix is in.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And I think people are still coming. I think people are starting to come around to
You're
it.
just a sore loser.
See, this is why, you know what? I don't mind actually if you cheat, but what I do mind is when you cheat and then insult me.
Nobody's cheating though. I don't understand.
You both get the same sound.
Okay, shut up.
I feel like Maury's giving the easy answers to Mocha.
Well, I will say this. I know that they're all random. Like, I know that.
Why can I not, Noah, why can I not just be good at the game?
You can be, but I feel like the fix is in for Roz.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
He's just terrible at playing the game.
No, see, listen, again, man, I don't mind if you cheat, but you can't insult me too. Okay?
Cheating.
You can't.
Okay.
If you're cheating, this is the way you're supposed to act if you're cheating. No, man, listen, the fix not in. Just like you will win, like you'll get there one. Like I need encouragement, right?
Okay.
No,
so
man,
if
the
you're
fix ain't
cheating,
in. You're going to win one day.
shut up, Maury. See what I mean? This is a bad actor right there, right? But now I know the fix is in because listen to Maury, right? Maury, you're the worst actor
Dude,
I've
I'm
ever
on
seen.
IMDb.
Who isn't on IMDb? You're the worst actor I've ever seen.
No.
Right? Okay, so be legitimate right now, Maury, and give me encouragement. So I've just told you that I think that the fix is in on Mouth Charades, and the two of you cheat. Go.
No, man, the fix not in. You're going to win too.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a full lie.
Right. Thank you. You ever seen somebody deliver a line? You had 6 words to say, 3 of which you got wrong, and then you just stuttered for half of it. But I'm on IMDb.
In the description of Maury's IMDb,
Yeah.
because I just wanted to see if it's true,
Yeah.
and it's true. He's there, right? There's a line in here that says Maury is a bit of a celebrity stalker. All right, give us a couple minutes, Noah. Let us get set up and we'll play Mouth Charades, okay?
Yeah, thanks, guys.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
It's a glorious day today, fellas. Roz, try to smile for a change.
Oh, God.
And now it's time for the game everybody loves to play.
It's like charades, but you make the noise of clues with your mouth. It's Mouth Charades. So get ready, get silly, and start to make those mouth charades.
Yay.
Well, thank you for showing some enthusiasm, Roz.
You know how I feel about Mouth Charades.
You love it.
Yeah, okay. You guys getting ready to cheat me out of another win.
Oh, this is usually where Mocha recaps the score.
It's like 1,000 for me and 0 for you, Wes. Something like that. You just don't like losing. I know that.
No,
That's
I
why
don't
you're
like losing. No, and I'll tell you why I don't. It's not even that I don't like losing. Okay, it's that I always get a lot of comments from fans who watch the videos we do, listen to this show, and they're always like, why doesn't Roz have to do any of the stuff like Snapped or anything like this? And the difference is that because people who watch you guys do that feel empathy for you, where people want me to do it because they want me to get hurt. They want me to lose.
I don't believe that at all.
Oh my God. So that is the answer to that. But yes, no, I've never won Mouth Charades. I'm not good at it, but I'm not this bad at it, if you know what I mean.
I know you're that bad at it.
Shut up. Okay.
Do we even have time for the game now?
So Mouth Charades, very much like regular charades, only you can't pantomime anything, can't use your hands, can't use your body. The clues are only given with sound.
By my mouth.
By your mouth, Maury. And
That's what you call Mouth Charades.
Oh my God.
Thanks for joining us, Maury.
Okay, anyway, so I don't know who gets to go first.
It's
based
always you because you're the loser.
Okay, thanks.
So you're gonna get 20 seconds to give your answer. That 20 seconds starts with a ding. You get 20 seconds of silence and then ends with a double buzz. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Ready?
Yes.
And go.
You're the Joker. You're cold. You're cold. You're freezing. You are. I don't
even know what that is.
What the hell is that?
Hippo.
Hippo?
Or any other way you want to say it, hippo.
I've never heard a hippo in my entire life make that noise.
Hippo!
Do you even know what a hippo sounds like?
Yeah, but I was just picturing his tail spinning.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. This is Mouth Charades, everybody. It's the worst game ever. You can feel free to leave and come back.
For me?
No, everybody listening right
you ready?
now.
Yeah.
Tickling? Oh, boy, getting shot with like an airsoft gun. Touching, caressing, having sex.
Oh, hey now. What was that?
A light spanking.
Had you got that, Mocha, it would have been the greatest day of my life. Had you recognized the sound of a light spanking, you're lucky you got that wrong. Had you immediately recognized the sound of a light spanking, you and me would have had to have a conversation. Okay, go. Okay, it's my turn now?
Yeah.
All right, great.
Ready?
Yeah. A ghost. A bit, like a little ghost, tiny ghost. A hippo ghost. You just did hippo again. The ghost of a hippo. That is. That's, what is that?
Blue whale.
Excuse me.
A whale that is blue.
This is the worst game ever.
Ready?
Yes.
Oh, an owl. That's not an owl? A bird of some sort. Flamingo. No, flamingo's a different. That's an owl, dog. Not an owl dog, but that's an owl. A goose.
Oh.
What?
What?
Canada goose.
Shut your mouth. Shut up.
Bro,
hell no.
Whether American or Canadian,
I said
you got
before
it.
you double buzz.
No.
I just threw out a random bird.
Bravo.
Why are you applauding? You're supposed to be impartial.
I'd clap for you if you got one.
Was goose right?
Canada goose.
Shut up. Go. What's the score? Never mind.
Ready, Roz?
Yes.
Ready, Maury?
Yep.
Whale. Killer whale. Killer whale. It's not a killer whale. That is like a dune buggy. Like a, oh, God. That is like a furnace. That's an engine of some sort. It's an engine.
Say light spanking.
It's an engine. It's a heavy spanking.
Bulldozer.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
What, you're upset that you didn't get it?
Like, how are you supposed to differentiate
now you're hearing
that
it's that?
Like I said, heavy engine, right? Like it shouldn't need to be as specific as what kind of engine.
A bus has a heavy engine.
Yeah,
and you said, and it's
okay,
not a
so
bus.
do bulldozer. Now do bus. Excuse me.
Goose.
Okay. Shut up. Okay, go, Mocha.
Okay, ready, Maury?
Yes.
Yep.
Clicking your tongue. Clicking your walking. Dancing. Dancing. Tap dancing.
Yeah!
Is it?
Shut up. You're the worst. Also, more, you got to stop moving around. You're doing dancing shoulders while you're doing tap dancing.
Oh, it's kind of hard not to.
No.
Okay,
Control your body,
one
man.
more for Roz. One more.
Rosword, hang on.
Ready?
Yeah.
That's the first thing you did today. What was the first one that I didn't get?
I think it was like hippo or something.
That was hippo. Singing hippo. That is like a trumpet. It's a trumpet. A bugle.
Bagpipes.
Bagpipes. This game is the worst.
That to me sounded like a trumpet.
Thank you. Or at least a bugle. That's not bad. You
It's a
just give
wind
me
instrument.
terrible clues.
No,
You give me terrible clues.
Mocha, what's this?
Bagpipes.
There, look.
You're the worst. You're the worst. You suck.
That's how you play Mouth Charades. Final score, Mocha 2, Roz 0.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello?
Yo, it's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's your name?
Adam from Chilliwack.
Oh, Adam in Chilliwack, BC. All right. You're a hardcore Roz and Mocha fan. And you've been listening to the
What's
podcast.
going on,
Adam sent us a text, and there's a couple of things I need to go over here.
Yeah.
Here's what Adam said to us.
Okay.
Just curious, did something horrible happen to Roz as a child in Georgetown that left him sour to that place for life? Adam is talking about Georgetown, Ontario, because it's in close proximity to Acton, Ontario, where Roz grew up. Let me finish. In an episode of your podcast dated August 5th of 2019 at the 92-minute mark, after hearing a caller, Chelsea, say her and her boyfriend moved to Georgetown, did Roz spit while live on the radio? Also, on episode 178 at the 79-minute mark, Rachel says she's from Georgetown and Roz spits again.
Yeah, I was just wondering what's up with that.
Why have a problem with Georgetown?
Yeah. It reminded me of Corner Gal.
Okay, no, hold on. So I will say this. Listen, I have no problem with Georgetown. But growing up, it was like, I don't even know how to say it because it sounds like it's something out of a movie where it's like the one town over. You know, it's like that town never really exists. But like that one town over thing where the two towns hate each other. And when I was growing up, Acton didn't like Georgetown because we felt that Georgetown looked down on Acton and that there was always like fights and people were always like doing battle with Georgetown, and they had the movie theater and they had the McDonald's, like they had everything else. And so when you were from Acton, you had no choice but to go to Georgetown for their all their fantastic amenities. And they didn't like us, There was it was this kind of thing of like warring towns. And my God, if you were from Acton and got a girlfriend from Georgetown, you'd never hear the end of it. Like you would never hear the end of it.
From who? From people in Georgetown or people in Acton?
Everywhere. It's like you did not mix.
Damn.
You did not mix.
that one broke up with you because she moved to Georgetown.
Josh, you.
Why you gotta bring up that stuff?
Okay, yeah. Why you gotta bring up the pain, man? But no, so that's what happens when you grow up in Acton. And I don't know whether it's like that now. Maybe they've settled their differences and it's all just one big happy community. But, you would get on that Go bus at the Mazda dealership in Acton, because that was the only stop, and you'd get on that bus and go to Georgetown to go to a movie, and you'd start sweating when you crossed over that line. Like when you saw the sign, like you're now entering Georgetown, you'd start sweating.
You're like, am I gonna have to knuckle up today or
yes
Okay, and then Adam, Maury, please join us for this, because Adam sent a text about Maury as well.
Okay.
So as we know, Soul Cycle, the spin cult, the spin class that Dammit Maury used to attend before they shut down in Toronto.
Sadness.
One of the things that Maury had always looked forward to, they have these candles that they have lit during the class.
Right.
And at the end of every class, the instructor will go around and choose one person to blow out that candle.
Okay.
So Adam, please tell everyone what it was that you noticed on different episodes of our podcast.
Well, a while ago, I think before 100, Maury had the opportunity to actually do that, and he made a big deal about it, where Ty put the candle behind his wheel, and he pedaled really fast, and he finally did it. But then on 176, he said that they closed, and he was really upset because he never got a chance to do that. He couldn't blow out the candle. It was really weird to me, because I'm like, I know he said that before.
Okay, go ahead, Maury.
Allow me to correct you.
Okay.
Yes, earlier in my, life with Soul Cycle and the amazing Ty, the instructor.
Okay, just talk normally. We're not in court.
So, okay, to answer your question, yes, he did at one point put the candle by my wheel, and I got to pedal hard and blow out the candle with my wheel.
Yeah.
But normally what he would do is he would hold candle to people and let you blow it out with your mouth.
So you never
did it on the first podcast, though.
No, he would go around and put it in front of people's wheel once in a while. What I've never gotten to do was blow it out with my mouth and make a wish.
Maury got like the lesser of the two candle rituals.
Oh,
the real special one is when you get to blow it with your mouth
and make a wish. Dreams come true, huh?
Adam and BC, we love you, brother. Thank you so much.
All right, love you guys.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Backwards spelling fascinates me, especially when it gets competitive, when people start trying to break world records, because this is one of those things that you may be good at, and you entertain your friends forever, and you're at a party and somebody just throws a word at you and you just quickly spell it backwards.
B-O-O-B.
Yeah. Thank you. That's exactly what I needed. And then you get into like the record-breaking world of things, where then things become, your weird talent becomes competitive. And then you realize just how good you are. I'm going to play you a clip right here of a woman named Pal Onen from Minnesota, who just broke the Guinness World Records for the fastest backward speller. She spelled 56 words backwards in 1 minute. So what you're going to hear is very difficult to decipher.
Okay.
So you're going to hear somebody, presumably an official, throwing out a word, and she's spelling them backwards. And they just keep throwing out words, and she just keeps spelling words backwards. Like, it's absolute chaos.
It's a relay.
But what you're listening to is 56 words spelled backwards in 1 minute. Listen to this.
2, 1, go.
TSOM, SLAIRT, TSCGHTIT, TSEB, ELPOAP, TSETROHS, KOOM, STLUDI, TSEDAERG, PAOS, DNURA, DRADNATS, EPOH, SDRAWA, REBMWOM, GARP, DNOCES, TSEAL, RAE, EKAT, REVLIS, SNIAGMAP, EDIM, TSEWEF, GNAKEPS, DOF, DROCR, WIRE, DRO, TSAF, SUCABA, SSENNIOG, DLOT, LANA, TSEGNUI, EKOJ, SYLAN, ESABATV, KOOB, REHTM, TCNAVDA, KLAW, ECIFO, LUFREWP, HJH, TNCER, TSELAMS, SNIW, NOSAES, GNALATS, TSOTS, SMUBLA, CIFILORP.
What?
Right?
Yo, and that person yelling out the words was yelling it in a way like she wanted this person, Pal, to like trip up.
Yeah, I know, but she's like on her team. Maury, come in here. Why are you wearing a COVID mask?
I don't know, because it's like safety. I don't know.
We're super far apart from each other in here. Like every time, have you not noticed that over the years, like my chair and all my computer monitors just keep getting farther and farther away from you? Like we're like 10 feet away from each other right now. I think we're okay. Also, when we're not on the radio, you come and stand right beside me and look over my shoulder at my computer. It's weird.
That's when you should be wearing a mask.
Thank you.
Okay, next time.
So, Mocha, have you ever tried to spell backwards?
No.
No, you have not.
B-O-O-B.
Okay, that's a good one. Okay.
Okay, Maury, put the mask back on.
I know, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Like, we've had 6 months of this.
Right.
Like, you should know the rules and how they work.
Okay.
Can I use a paper now?
No. Okay. Can't use a paper. Okay, so I will give... Mocha, do you want to try this as well, or do you want to just embarrass Maury right now?
Yeah.
Okay, let's embarrass Maury right now. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, Maury, your word is hope.
Okay. P-O-H.
What?
Po?
P-O-O-H.
Poo. Okay. E-P-O-H.
Right. Soap.
Okay. P-O-P-A-O-S. P-O-A-S.
What?
P-O-A-S.
Excuse me?
P-A-O-S.
Thank you.
Okay.
Told.
Flapping your arms.
What?
Told.
Oh, D-L-O-T.
Right. Silver.
V-S-I-L-V-E-R.
Silver.
V-S.
Silver. Yeah, Mocha, if you could write down what he actually writes and then say it.
He just said the silver.
Okay.
He started with the letter V and then it spelled silver.
Okay. Maury, your word is silver.
Okay. R-V-I silver. Ver. R-V-I-L-I-L-S-V-E-R.
What did you spell, Mocha?
Okay, so R-V.
What did he spell?
He spelled Revililis.
Okay, it's R-E-V, Maury, L-I-S. Silver.
You added too many letters.
Yeah, way too many letters.
Also in the wrong order.
Okay, Maury, your word is tightest.
Oh, no.
T, tightest. T-S-I-L-I-S-T.
L?
I'm sorry.
Silicis.
L? Tightest or titleist?
Okay, Maury, shortest.
Shortest. T, shortest. T-I-S, I-A-H-S.
Okay, this is spelling backwards, by the way. Okay. What did he spell?
T-I-S-I-I-H-S.
Yeah, what does that spell?
Tasisis.
Okay, Maury, your final word. Your final word is greatest.
Oh, no.
G-R-E-A-T-S. Okay, T, greatest. T-I-S, great. E-A-R-G.
What did he spell?
Tasirg.
Okay, let's end on this one. I got one more. Okay, Maury, your word.
Tough.
Okay, spelling backwards again. The fastest backwards speller ever just broke the record. She did 56 words spelled backwards in 1 minute.
I've done 2.
Maury, your final word is people.
P-E-O-P-L-E. Okay. Okay. E-P-L-O-E-P.
E-P-L-O-E-P.
What did he spell?
Eploep.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Can we talk quickly about, is it WAP or WAP? How do you say the song? WAP?
WAP. This Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion song,
yeah,
over 100 million views on YouTube right now. And even with the clean version of this song, we cannot play it on the radio.
Well, but the name of the clean version, I think, is even more salacious than what the actual title is, because the clean title, the new title, is Wet and Gushy. Right?
Which is WAG.
Yeah.
Or WOG.
WOG. Right? I heard one congressman, a guy named James Bradley, said that the song, quote, is what happens when children are raised without God and without a strong father figure.
Oh, jeez. Come on, dog.
So a lot of people going in. I know Russell Brand got attacked because I guess he tried to explain his take on it and got into feminism and a whole argument with that with people and overstepping here and overstepping there. But it's a very controversial song because of the subject matter of, I guess, women celebrating their own sexuality and what they like.
I, for one,
in on it.
Really like the song.
But we can't play any of it. Can we play any of it?
Here's what I'll do.
Okay.
I'm going to play for you.
Yeah.
What the suggested radio edit sounds like.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So this is Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion with WAP.
Okay. Yeah. Still too dirty.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I know.
Certified free, 7 days a week. Wet, make that game weak. Yeah, you dealing with some wet. Bring up and I'm out with this wet. Give me everything you got with this wet.
Like all she's doing right now is just saying words.
Yeah.
It's random.
Put this foot where? What do you want me to do with the foot? All I heard was foot.
Hop on top. I wanna ride. I do a giggle. I'm kinda wild. Look at my mouth. Look at my thighs. It's wet as wet. Come take a dive. Tie me up like I'm surprised. Let's role play. I wear disguise. I want you to park that Big Mac truck right in this little garage.
Hey. Oh, wow. Okay. Hold on now. Okay. All right, ladies. I love it though. Nothing. I got no problem with it, man. I love it. It's great. The video's awesome too.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, but it's a little. Well, no, it's not. But I feel the same way too if guys start singing that way too. I get all embarrassed and stuff. Don't you remember when what's her name? Like when everybody's freaking out over the song and women can't do this, and I'm like, hold on here. Why isn't anybody right now throwing up a flag for? Remember that girl who did the
Lil' Kim?
My Neck, My Back.
Oh, Kia.
Yeah, Kia. Why isn't somebody throwing up a flag for her right now as a trailblazer, right? I think that if we're going to celebrate WAP, we have to throw up some love for Kia.
Listen, I think this
We
Cardi
really
B,
do.
Megan Thee Stallion song should be celebrated. All right? Like, if you're down with this song,
Yeah, I
I
love
don't
it.
think that there's anything wrong with it.
No.
I just think that there needs to be a better radio
Yes.
edit or a different version of it that we could play.
Like, you know how sometimes when people go on Sesame Street and they sing their song, but they sing a completely different version of their song, or they suddenly make it about the alphabet or counting or simple math, right? And they all get into it. And we need that kind of version, not just edited out. You can't just take out the dirty words in this, right?
How about the Kids Bop version?
Right? Like WAP could be, like
ABC?
like Wild Ass Pony.
You want to
You know
ride
what I
this
mean?
wild ass pony?
Yeah, but like you got a pony. You finally got a pony. All you ever wanted was a pony, right? Could be that. Same beat, Mack trucks, tiny garages, the whole deal.
Yeah, you dealing with some wet, and I'm out.
I would like this. I'm okay, man.
This new Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion song, WAP.
Stupid.
So incredible.
Right in your face, swipe your nose like a credit card.
You know
all
Ben,
right.
You know what Ben Shapiro is?
Yeah, he's I don't like. He's not like employed by Fox or anything like that, right? No, he's just he's got his web show. He pops up every now and then.
Super conservative. And so when this song, the Cardi B song, started going viral, and like when it came out, like
he's got opinions on this, I bet, huh?
100,000 views on YouTube. So what he did was
designed for guys like that. I love it.
He went online and he read the lyrics.
Okay, here
for
we
the
go.
song.
Oh no, we can't
Right.
play that, can
No,
we?
but I had to it's heavily edited.
Okay.
Like if you thought just the radio edit of that song
Yeah.
was bad, like the editing that had to go into Ben Shapiro just reading the lyrics.
All right.
In this house. There's some in this house. There's some in this house. There's some in this house. Hold up. I said certified freak 7 days a week. Wet ass P word. Make that week. Yeah, you effing with some wet. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet. Give me everything you got for this wet word. Beat it up N-word. Catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card.
Whoa.
Hop on.
Wow.
Look in my eyes. This come take a dive. Talk your S word, bite your lip. Ask for a call while you.
Wow.
And as the song continued to get progressively harder to edit because it would just all be beeps.
Yeah. You know, it's so funny that even now when somebody says like S word,
Yeah.
right, or N word or F word, like even that, I feel should be censored. I don't even think, you know what I mean? Because it's you just know what he's saying. Like I don't know. Like it's funny how that's now become a thing where even that sounds filthy. Even to just say S word, like you might as well just say it.
So
it's just as bad.
Remember the guy, the DJ, his name's Marquise, and he remixed Cardi B doing her coronavirus speech and turned it into the song?
Coronavirus! Coronavirus! This is real! This is getting real! This is real! Coronavirus! It's real! This is getting real!
Yeah.
Right? So this guy then took what Ben Shapiro did.
Oh, no.
And put Ben Shapiro reading the WAP lyrics over the WAP beat.
I'm Marquise.
In this house. There's some in this house. There's some in this house. There's some in this house.
And it matches pretty well.
Freak. 7 days a week. Wet P word. Make that week. Yeah, you effing with some wet ass. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet. Give me everything you got for this wet P word. Beat it up and catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard.
Wow.
With this wipe your nose like a credit card.
And then it just gets progressively worse.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hi, Elizabeth. Welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show.
Hi, how are you?
Doing great. How are you today?
Good, thanks.
So, Elizabeth, you wrote this. Roz and Mocha fix my life. My mother keeps complaining to me about my 31-year-old brother. So here it goes. She says that he's very rude to her when she's doing him a favor and letting him, his wife, and their infant son live with them to save money. You are caught in the middle, you say, of the drama, even though you don't live with them. My brother has an explosive temper, so I don't know how to address this with him, but I feel that he's being so disrespectful, and I can't stop hearing about it from my mother. What should I do?
Damn.
Yeah.
How long has your brother and his family been living with your mom?
It's been about a year now.
Yeah.
How old are you? You're all grown, right?
Yeah, I'm 29.
Okay, you're 29. He's 31.
So all this prior to COVID?
Yeah, so it was kind of like they moved in, and then a couple months went by, and then the coronavirus happened. So, yeah, it all went down from there.
I don't know. There's a huge part of me that is you're 29, your brother's 31, your mom is your mom. Half of me just wants to say, just check out of all of it.
Yeah.
Don't even allow yourself to be the sounding board for either of them. Like, really, don't. It's a problem. This is a kid and mom problem. And it's your mom and her other kid. This isn't a you thing.
Does your brother say anything to you about it?
Yeah, so I kind of get both sides of the story, and I'm kind of like, I'm really just the middleman.
So is what your mom's saying about your brother, are you hearing like the similar story from your brother? Like, do the stories line up?
No, there's two sides to it, really, yeah. It's not polar opposite. Like, I can see where they're both coming from, but it's just like they don't address it together.
Yeah, at this point, I think you need to have a convo either with your mom, or actually, you need to have a convo with both of them and just say that you are not the person to be dealing with this or speaking to about this. They need to be talking to each other.
Right. Yeah. That's what my partner says too. He's like, just don't even pick up the phone. Just let it go.
I don't think ignoring it is the right thing to do. I think that you have to definitively draw a line and you have to establish the boundary. And that is, you have no problem talking to your mom, and you will always talk to your brother, but the one thing that you will no longer be is the thing in the middle.
Right.
Okay.
Yes,
so
I think I do. Yeah.
We can talk about anything you want, but the one thing you can't do is you both in the same day can't call me and complain about each other. I'm not that person right now. I can't be that thing in this family drama that you guys have going on.
Right. And my mom's even been like, "Can you say something?" And I'm like, "No, I can't say something."
Oh, so you've already said to your mom that you're not going to say anything.
Well, yeah, but I haven't really said, don't complain to me about this. I don't know. It hasn't been a hard boundary just yet.
Yeah, I think you need to address that part of it and just, let each of them know, hey, we all know that there's a problem. The only two people that can fix this problem and speak about it openly are the two of you.
Right, yeah.
And that's it.
So, exactly. But you don't ignore it, though. That's the one thing you can't do. You can't just not take their calls. That's rude. But you have to be honest with them. And so they have to have honest conversations with each other, and you have to have an honest conversation with each of them and just sort of establish the boundaries. And then it's up to them. Your brother can, smarten up and show some gratitude, or, your mom can, set her own boundaries with your brother or kick him out.
Right, exactly.
There's some simple solutions here.
Okay.
Right?
I kind of already knew this, but I was like, let me get another piece of advice.
This ain't on you. Don't let this ruin your summer.
Yeah, it kind of is, but
well, there you go.
I have to let it go.
Now you have the answer, Elizabeth.
Okay, thank you so much for calling me.
Speaking of not picking sides, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Oh, snap.
Oh, my gosh, I knew you were going to ask. Okay, so I love you both because I listen every day, but I'm going to have to say Mocha. Mocha, you've been my favorite for a long time just because your laugh, it really cheers me up. And my partner's a sneakerhead. You're a sneakerhead. So I kind of feel like you might be the same. So yeah.
And
Stop it. I never get to do this when somebody says I'm their favorite.
What else is on my list?
Oh, you got.
But I love you too, Roz.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
No problem. Take care.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
It's John Stamos' birthday today.
Is he still hunky? Happy birthday, Uncle Jesse.
Yeah, Uncle Jesse, that's right.
What else do we know him from? Nothing, right?
John Stamos? Obviously Uncle Jesse, right?
What else has he been in?
Obviously Uncle Jesse. He was in, remember that song Kokomo from that great movie Cocktail with Tom Cruise?
Okay. Never watched it.
You never saw Cocktail?
No.
Coughlin's Law. You never saw Cocktail?
Never.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what a great movie. It's Tom Cruise and Elizabeth Shue, and it's basically the same format of all those Tom Cruise movies, okay?
Like Top Gun?
So, the same format as Top Gun, as Days of Thunder, as all of those movies where it's the guy from nothing, the sort of hayseed outsider who goes to the place. This just instead of an airfield or a NASCAR track, this is the big city. He goes to New York to go to business school because he wants to invent the next great American idea.
Yeah.
But starts tending bar part-time, and he meets this old-timer bartender, and they become the bartending darlings of New York City, where people just go to these bars to watch them flip bottles and take 12 minutes to make one cocktail.
Just give him a damn drink.
Okay. Yeah, it's impossible. And then every now and then, Tom Cruise's character will calm everybody in the bar down and then stand on the bar where they all just gaze at him adoringly, and then he'll just make a poem up out of the top of his head.
What?
Right? So there would be, and the whole crowd would be like, poem, poem, poem. And then he gets up on the bar and he does a poem.
I don't know if I like this movie.
Okay. Anyway, at one point he goes down to Jamaica to start a bar down there, I believe called Cocktails and Dreams.
Okay.
And the opening shot, I'm giving way too much detail about Cocktail.
Yeah, you really know this movie, huh?
I watched it 2 weeks ago.
No, you didn't.
I did. I watched it. I swear to God, I watched it 2 weeks ago. I had nothing else going on. And then so at that scene when they're in Jamaica, Kokomo is playing by the Beach Boys. You know that song,
yeah,
right? Okay. Now, John Stamos was in the video for Kokomo, is what I'm trying to say.
Happy birthday, John Stamos.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So what's going on?
DVP was beautiful driving in today.
Yeah.
Opened up nice and early.
When did they open it?
Supposed to open at 5 this morning, but they ended up opening at 11 last night.
Oh, nice. They got all the work done. That pissed me off yesterday, man. Oof.
Why?
Well, because I was driving back. I had like a lot of driving to do on the 401, and normally I just duck down.
Busy.
Normally I take the DVP, right? And I it's Sunday, and I got a lot of stuff going on, and so I put into Waze. You ever get lost in the Waze loop?
No.
Okay, so this is the Waze loop.
Okay.
So I put into Waze, right? And I look down, and I just get on the 401. And Waze tells me that my trip is going to be 1 hour, 25 minutes.
Yikes.
The Waze loop is that when 35 minutes later, you look back down at Waze and it still says 1 hour and 25 minutes. Because ahead of you, traffic just keeps building and building and building. So you lose time. Like, I don't even know, like, what does that 35 minutes do? Nothing. And then so you just keep looking down until you can catch up, until that number starts going down. I was 42 minutes into my drive before that number changed.
Oh, no.
Before it changed.
Really?
I thought it was broken.
What did it say? 1 hour and 1 hour 24 minutes?
Yeah. And then once I hit 1 hour 24 minutes, then it started to go down. But it took me 42 minutes to get to that.
Oh no!
Yeah, I got caught in the loop bad yesterday.
That's like over 2 hour drive.
Yeah,
for you.
it was bad, man.
Would it not have made more sense to just wait and then leave later?
Wait?
Huh?
Wait for what?
Like just stay where you were and then wait like 30, 40 minutes. Then you could just
like
relax.
pull off to the side of the road?
No, don't leave.
No, because you know what happens, man, is that as soon as you get off or you stop or whatever, it just builds more. You never gain time. Yeah. I would have had to have stayed till midnight. When the DVP opened at 11, right? And I'm not sleeping on the side of the 401 until midnight.
If you were working on the DVP over the weekend, I can say that I noticed the difference.
What did they do?
So thank you for everything that you did.
Oh, what did they do?
They repainted like all the lines.
Yeah.
Right? They cleaned it right up. It looks like A brand new highway.
Really?
Yeah, the guardrails were like all changed out, like the ones that people like banged up against.
It's like they staged it for selling, right?
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
Oh, I was the first buyer. I'm ready to put in an offer right now. I only looked at it once. Yeah, from beginning to end, I'm ready to put down an offer right now.
Okay, now that the DVP is all staged and zhuzhed up for sale, let's talk about quickly the 401 between the DVP and like Yonge Street. Why are there sewers on the 401? Have you seen this?
Oh, yeah. Have you ever seen that area?
You hit a sewer with your tire when you're doing, and it feels like your car's going to fall apart. Why are there sewer grates on the 401?
Have you ever seen what that area looks like during a rainstorm?
Yeah, you need to drain the water, dude.
Why there's sewers there. Water's flying from everywhere.
Really,
yeah, dude. It's crazy.
You can't have sewers on a highway, though. That's not safe.
Yeah. I'm not going to be in a bidding war for that area of the 401. DVP, though. I'm ready.
That's like carpet in the bathroom, sewers on a highway.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Remember like a week ago when the news came out that strip club in downtown Toronto, brass rail, up to like 500 people.
Yeah, 550 people.
Should be tested. Yeah, 550 should be tested for COVID.
Yeah.
Well, so far, one person has come forward and has tested positive for COVID.
No.
One person so far.
Is that because...
So, 549 to go, everyone.
Is that because only one person wasn't shy enough to go and get tested, or only one person, they all got tested and only one person positive?
You got to work the story first, right?
This is the first person that was able to maneuver their way around the city to where it was a potential for them to get COVID.
No, but they had to confirm that it was from the brass rail, though.
To the authorities, not to their family.
No,
Or people that they know.
Right, yeah. Well, or there's one person out of the 550 that didn't have some explaining to do at home.
That's true.
Well, no, but when you get tested, if you're positive, are the people that test you, like, is it like the rule that they have to tell your family or something? Like, do they have to call the house?
No.
Is that what you're worried about?
Is that why you haven't gotten tested yet?
Like, this is the thing, man. There's very few, like, we're all a little bit of afraid of COVID, right? We're all a little afraid of COVID. But very few of us are like afraid of people finding out where we caught COVID. Like if I test positive for COVID, I'm not immediately going to start panicking because people are going to find out where I caught COVID.
Right.
I'm going to assume it was somewhere normal. Gas station, grocery store.
Home Depot, wherever.
Wherever, right?
Kind of like the normal places that you visit.
Yeah.
Not the strip club.
Right. Maury.
Well, like, are they going to phone going, just so you know that John got...
Don't say John, say Maury.
Okay.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Bless you.
Thank you. Oh, that one hurt.
You okay?
Yeah.
Where does it hurt?
My groin.
Oh, what?
Like sometimes
I honestly thought you were going to say your chest.
No, I tense so much. No, it hurts my throat. Yeah. And then it feels like I tried to do a splits.
Oh, wow. And how long does the pain last?
Just instantaneous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Instantaneous. But it takes me a while to get my breath back after I sneeze.
Is it true that your heart stops when you sneeze?
No,
I heard that somebody told it to me, that when you sneeze, your heart stops for that moment.
Who told you this?
My friend John.
Okay. Anyway.
He's the same friend that told me that Niagara Falls, they turn it off at night.
You need better friends, man. Your friends treat you horribly.
It's true.
Okay, hold on here. Does your heart stop when you sneeze at you?
Make sure you spell heart correctly.
Body flow back to the heart. The heart compensates for this by changing its regular heartbeat momentarily to adjust. However, the electrical activity of the heart does not stop during a sneeze. Okay, there you go.
Did you guys ever hear, like when you were a kid, your friends tell you that, and we all tried this, at least in my group of friends.
Okay.
That if you hold your eyelids open when you sneeze, right?
Yeah.
Because there's so much pressure that your eyes pop out.
That your eyes pop out. Yeah, that's why they said it's impossible to keep your eyes open during a sneeze.
Because
and you're
your
like,
eyes will
why?
pop
And you're like,
out.
because your eyes will pop out of your head.
So then everyone walking around the schoolyard trying to sneeze and holding their eyelids open.
Yeah.
But it's impossible.
It's impossible.
Wait, but not unless you use your fingers.
No, even still.
Yeah.
Like your face will contort to...
No, that's what I mean. Everyone would try to hold their eyes open with their fingers while sneezing or trying to sneeze to see if your eyes would pop
I know,
out.
and that's one of those things that when you're a kid, you try, like you hear about these things and then you try it to prove it wrong. But you're a kid and you're dumb and you don't have a lot of information and you're not even 100% convinced that it's not a lie. So we had a bunch of 12-year-olds walking around the schoolyard like you did, potentially all of which could have walked back into the school with their eyes hanging out of their head if it was in fact true.
But also cool.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hold on a second here.
What?
Shem sent me something the other day that I thought was super interesting. Oh, it was a tweet from Maury's best friend, Devin Sawa.
Oh, my God. What's that guy saying these days?
And I thought about how to read this tweet on the radio because I don't want to participate, but I would like other people to participate. So Devin Sawa asked this on Twitter. You're in a car with your significant other, and halfway through a 5-hour road trip, you want to start the most epic fight that will last the entire rest of the trip. What do you say? One sentence. Here's my thing. I know what it could be, but I'm not saying it on the radio right now because I don't want to go home and fight for 5 hours.
So true.
Right?
Good idea.
I know that there are certain things that will absolutely set off Catherine, but I'm not going to say it because I don't want to fight. Maury?
Well, every time I'm in the car with Matthew, it's a fight.
Oh, wow.
Every time I walk with Matthew. Yesterday, he's like, oh, my God, I really want Dairy Queen. And I'm like, oh, my God, so do I. And he looks at me and goes, should you really be having Dairy Queen?
Oh, my God.
I'm like, but you just said.
Yo, he set you up for the diss.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what I would do, man. I don't know. And I'll tell you, if somebody ever said that to me within 16 months, I would be a Netflix special because it would end that badly.
Because technically Matthew said, I feel like Dairy Queen.
Oh,
not right. Like he feels like it.
Well,
He didn't say like, hey, I feel like we should get Dairy Queen.
Right.
And yesterday I filled a tray of mozzarella sticks because I really wanted mozzarella sticks for lunch.
Yeah.
And so I put down
just mozzarella sticks.
Your whole lunch was an app.
You eat like you're in juvie.
Just a playful appetizer. That was your
just
meal?
mozzarella
I put
sticks?
down 10. 10. Okay, let me.
You're not going to poop till Christmas.
And he said, maybe we only have 5.
Anyway.
So yeah, long 5-hour drive.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Melody Thomas Scott, a.k.a. Nikki Newman on The Young and the Restless, has spent the past 41 years mixing every type of drama on that show. She's been kidnapped, shot, had affairs, gone to rehab, killed her father, killed her best friend, left her fiancé at the altar, married her doctor, and divorced him, and the list goes on and on and on. Her new book is called Always Young and Restless. It's out right now. Melody, it's Roz and Mocha. How are you?
Well, thank you. Very well. How are you?
We're doing great. Before we get things started, my mom would kick my ass if I didn't tell you that back in the day, she waited in a very long lineup at the mall to meet both you and Victor Newman.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. I hope she did get to meet us.
She did. She was very nervous. She's a huge fan of the show, of Young and the Restless, and still to this day watches it along with my younger sister.
You see what happens? It becomes a generational thing. It'll go on and on and on forever, hopefully.
So Y&R is back. That's the real big story right now. We'll get to your book in a couple of seconds. seconds because there's some fascinating things in there. But Y&R is back. How good is it? I mean, fans are obviously overjoyed, but how good is it for you to just sort of be back on that set again?
Well, of course, we're thrilled to be back. It took 4 months for that to happen.
Crazy.
And it's very new and different.
Yeah.
It's having to shoot in a new normal. We still haven't been able to hug each other after all these months. Not allowed. So much is not allowed. So to be safe, we have learned how to live in this new twilight zone, as a lot of us say, because a lot of the fun that we used to have, we don't get to have. We don't get to sit and chat.
No, I was going to say, and also some of the things that we love about Y&R is slapping and kissing, which two things you can't do on set anymore.
Yeah, no, I don't even think that there is even, I don't think they're even writing scenes like that yet.
Oh, no.
But they're being very creative. They are spacing us out on the set the proper distance and using certain camera angles to make it look like we're not so far from each other. But I haven't had time. I've been so busy with press for the book. I need to tune into the new shows to see how that works, because I've heard that it's been very impressive.
The stories that you have in this book, you go deep into things that fans didn't know, and stories of your life and some really traumatic things. Was this a easy process, as in, how long did this take you to write? How long has this book been in your life? Did you have doubts that you were going to even finish it? Like, what's the story behind the book and how this came to be?
Well, I always knew that I had a book in me just because my childhood was so very unusual. It took a long time for me to even wrap my mind around sitting down and writing a book. Once I did that, it was a good 10 years. I had some false starts thinking that I was ready to put some of the darker chapters down on paper, only to let my psyche let me know that, no, I wasn't ready, and have panic attacks and things. So, I had to work through all of that. And once all of that was free and clear in my mind, it was effortless. Not to say it was fast. It took a long time to write. And, I'm just so glad that it's finished and that it is finally being released today. And they're already doing a second printing on it. So it's very exciting. I'm so thrilled, and I'm so happy to be talking to you about it.
Always Young and Restless is the name of the book. Melody Thomas Scott is on the Roz and Mocha Show. In the book, how much detail or how many stories are you telling about that involve your co-stars from Young and the Restless?
Several. The people who are close to me, they pop up, of course, when I'm writing a narrative about the show. There are some fun things that people never knew about. Actually, everything that's in this book, I've never told anyone else. So I think it really is very revealing from my childhood on up to today, because I'm not really the kind of person to gossip about things. Mm-hmm. So not that it's gossip, but they're hearing information from me that they've never heard before. Even my co-stars, they knew nothing about my childhood.
You talked about this, that you'd been working on this 10 years ago. 10 years ago, it was a very different world if you were a woman in show business who wanted to come forward with a story of being mistreated or being abused. And are you almost happier that you did take this long, because you are now walking into a sort of post-Me Too world with these stories, and the perception may be a little bit different now?
Well, you're right. I mean, there was no Me Too movement when I began. It didn't really have any bearing on my decision to write it, but the timing is ironic. I think it's a good thing.
41 years is a really long time to be on a show as Nikki Newman. During that time on Young and the Restless, had you been approached by any other soap operas to potentially join their cast?
Oh, my. I don't know. No, because that opportunity would not have presented itself. I've been on solid for 41 years, and you have a contract. So another show, I mean, I've never heard of that happen. That another show would come in and talk to your agent when you are currently on contract. I don't even think that's allowed.
Melody Thomas Scott, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us on the Roz and Mocha Show today.
Thank you. Have a good day.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Sony, now I'm going to read this headline to you, and you need to put it together yourself here. Sony enlists Olivia Wilde to direct an upcoming untitled Marvel movie.
What? Sony
enlists Olivia Wilde to direct an upcoming untitled Marvel movie. According to Deadline, the film plans to be female-centered with new Marvel characters introduced for the first time ever in the MCU.
But Sony,
but
not Marvel.
Sony, but but not Disney.
Oh, sorry, not Disney. Yeah.
Sony.
Well, Sony only has what do they have? Oh, I mean, they only have Spider-Man.
Right. So the rumor was that it was going to be Spider-Woman.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So is there a Spider-Woman? I don't know.
There is.
There is. So then Olivia Wilde grabs the story, the announcement.
Yeah.
And she comments on it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Only using a spider emoji.
Oh, so X-Men.
No.
I'm just kidding.
So it's looking like it's going to be Spider-Woman.
Oh, okay. I'm here for that.
That Olivia Wilde is set to direct for Sony. So there you go with that. I didn't know. I don't know. I'm not a huge comic book person. Like I don't know the stories behind. Like I don't know the story of Spider-Woman. I don't know.
It's like Spider-Man, but just a woman.
No, but is her origin story the same as?
Oh, that I don't know.
You don't know. Okay.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, Allie, what's up? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Okay, so here's a text that we got from Allie. Hope you guys are doing well. My boyfriend and I, we are originally from Mississauga, Ontario, and have been living in New Brunswick for the past year. Now we are driving across Canada to our new home in Edmonton, Alberta. We would listen to you every day on the radio when we used to live in Mississauga. When we moved out to New Brunswick, and now that we are on the road, day number 5, since we can't listen live, we have been taking advantage of your podcast, and we absolutely love it. Thanks to you, we are laughing, learning new things, and enjoying every single episode. Thank you for all that you do and for being that one thing that keeps us close to home in Mississauga. So, where are you exactly right now?
We are in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
About 5 hours from Edmonton.
Oh, so you don't have far to go.
No, honestly, this is our shortest trip so far.
Yeah.
Every single day we've been doing about like 8 to 7 hours.
God.
Damn.
Of driving.
People I know who have done this drive, the one thing that they all say after they've done it for the first time is they just can't believe how long it takes to get out of Ontario.
Oh my God. Yeah, it took forever to get out of Ontario.
Really?
Yeah.
Forever.
So, sorry,
Yeah,
this
honestly,
is the first time that you guys have been doing this long drive like this, like going right across the country?
yeah, this is the first time ever. Like we've gone to New Brunswick and Mississauga and back, like back and forth.
Yeah.
But we've never gone any further than really Barrie.
Wow.
Honestly. So when we did the drive to like Sault Ste. Marie and Thunder Bay, like it's absolutely beautiful up there. I don't know why people don't really rave about it. It's gorgeous up there. So we had a really nice time. But after Thunder Bay, the time changes in Ontario, and then it just like takes forever to get to Winnipeg.
Yeah.
So what was it like for you guys traveling, going all the way out, I guess, heading west once you got outside of Ontario?
There's not really, it's really flat once you get out of Ontario.
Yeah.
Once you get into Manitoba and Saskatchewan, it's super flat. There's really, you can see from so far away. It's incredible. It's just field like farm fields. There's not much.
Do you like? I would worry. I would get so worried just being out there in the middle of nowhere like that. Like, how often are you looking at your gas gauge when you're in the middle of nowhere and you can see for miles and nothing that you can see would help you in an emergency?
They do have signs that say like check for low fuel and like
oh really?
Make sure that like you fill up at this type of gas station because there's not a gas station in like this many kilometers.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of small little towns that there's really nothing in their little town. There's probably like a Timmy's and then
local stuff, but then there's a small gas station.
So what's waiting for you in Edmonton then?
Well, my boyfriend, he's actually right beside me.
Yeah.
And he's in the military.
Gotcha.
So he got posted out there. So we're going to be living out there for a couple years.
Oh, wow.
Then you drive somewhere else, huh?
Yeah, I don't know where, but hopefully it's not all the way back to New Brunswick.
Imagine they're like, you got to come back.
Why drive?
Oh, because we have a dog. We have a German Shepherd.
Oh, gotcha. You might as well own an elephant at that point.
Wow, Allie, that is crazy. Well, thank you for taking us along with your dog and your family on your road trip out there to Edmonton. We appreciate it. Did you, when you said that you started listening to the podcast, did you guys go back to like episode 1 from almost 3 years ago and then work your way back up? Or are you selecting like randoms or favorite episodes?
So actually, I think it was like when it first came out, I listened to a few episodes here and there because I was listening live when I was working in Mississauga.
Mm-hmm.
But then when we started our drive, we kind of did a mistake and started at the top. And then we were like, oh, that's the newest episode, so we had to go down. So we kind of got all the information that's happening now. And then when we went down, we're like, oh, this is all old information, but it's okay, whatever. We love it. And we laugh so hard. Honestly, it's still different every episode, so we love it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Thank
you.
you.
All the best to you in Edmonton, Alberta. We'll still be keeping in touch via the podcast. Thank you very much for listening.
Yeah, we were so happy to hear that you guys have a channel in Edmonton now.
Yeah.
So now we get to listen in Edmonton.
Nice. Well, shout out to Kiss 91.7 out there in Edmonton. And Allie, before we let you go, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite? Hey, you listen to the podcast. You know we always ask.
I know. Me and James actually talk about this all the time. But my favorite has to be Roz. You're just like a chill guy. You always do, when you do the challenges with Mocha and Maury, you're always kind of like out of it, so you don't have to participate.
Kind of.
He's always out of it.
I know.
And what about James, between Roz and Mocha?
Enjoys it.
And what about James, between Roz and Mocha? Who's his favorite?
Mocha, it's got to be you.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Well, military brother, I support you, bro.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your services, bro.
Hey, no problem. It's a pleasure.
All right, man.
You guys take care. And again, thank you very much for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show.
Thank you so much.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello?
Alex, it's Roz and Mocha.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Okay. Just hold on. Alex, you are a mess and your life is a mess.
I know.
Okay,
I know.
stop. This is the text that we got from Alex today, Roz. Okay. I've been listening to your show for years now and have recently made my mom a big fan. She never really listened before, but when the podcast came out, I insisted that she listen during her drives to and from work, and now she is hooked. Her birthday was on June 29th.
Oh.
And all she asked was for me to text you and get you to wish her a happy birthday. I turned out to be a terrible daughter because I forgot to text back in June. Her name is Enza, and if you could wish her a happy birthday, give her a call. So we tried a couple times this morning, and there was like no answer. So I sent Alex a text back, and I was like, yo, we tried calling your mom, didn't answer. Please wish her a happy belated birthday from the Roz and Mocha Show. And then Alex started like going nuts on text. OMG, I'm so sorry. I missed your call. Can you call again? I'm still a terrible daughter, missing your call for her birthday today. That was back in June. I promise I'll answer if you call again. And then she gave me her mom's cell number,
right,
which we called prior to calling Alex. And Alex's mom didn't answer.
No.
So now I'm calling you, Alex. What the hell?
I know. And I messaged you on Instagram and Maury on Instagram, so disregard those messages too.
Okay, so
you're in a bad way.
Your mother, Enza, where is she right now?
She's here. Let me grab her for you, okay?
Okay.
Hello?
Enza, it's Roz and Mocha. Happy belated birthday.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
So your birthday was like 2 months ago.
Yeah, and that's not our fault, by the way. Don't try and think that that's on us like we forgot.
Yeah.
Oh my
my God, no! I'm shocked. I have no words. I'm speechless.
How's everything
I'm
for
crying
you?
here. I'm crying because I can't believe you guys are doing this for me.
Aw, well, how long have you been listening to the Roz and Mocha Show? Like, Alex said that she introduced you to our podcast. Our podcast has been around for quite a while now. How long ago were you introduced to that?
I think she was 16 years old when she started listening to you guys.
Yeah.
And I started to, I was following along. And I'm thinking, who are these guys? What the heck? And I couldn't listen to it. I'm sorry. And then,
This story gets better, though, right?
and then just recently again, she puts it on, and I thought, okay, well, I'll give it a try. And I got hooked. And then with this whole COVID thing, I haven't been able to listen to you guys. And so I can't wait to go back.
What changed? Why were you so turned off by us when you first heard us? But then you got hooked. What changed? Did we change or did you change?
No, I changed.
Oh, you
changed. Yeah, I did. I changed.
You got cool.
Yeah, I did. I didn't like Mocha's laugh.
Oh, what the hell?
Well, you could have said anything, man. Like you could have
Come on now.
You could have said the frequency was staticky. Like you could have said a lot of things.
No, I'm honest.
Okay.
Should I change my life?
Yeah,
No, I like it now. I really do.
Okay.
Well, happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
And you've been
Thank you
listening to the
very
show
much.
long enough to know that we always ask the question. We're going to ask you, Enza, between
Oh,
Roz
my
and Mocha,
God.
who's your favorite?
I'm sweating now because, my daughter told me that you were going to ask me this.
Mm-hmm.
So, I like you both.
No, you can't. You know how this works. You're a big fan. You got to pick.
Okay, I'm going to pick you because you're going to make fun of me if I don't pick you.
Pick who?
Pick you.
Me?
Roz.
Roz?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, happy belated birthday, Enza.
Thank you very much.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
You see that Ryan Reynolds sold aviation gin? So his gin company, right?
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds?
Didn't he just start that?
What's
recently?
that? Well, no. So the gin company, aviation, had been around since 2006, and then he became an owner and creative director in 2018.
Okay.
So that's why it's been like a couple of years that he's been involved with.
Because I had only heard of it since it was attached to Ryan Reynolds.
Thank you. And so this massive beverage company, Diageo, purchased aviation for $610 million.
Oh my God.
With an upfront payment of $355 million and a potential $275 million more based on performance.
So he's still going to make money
This
off
is the
of...
same company that bought George Clooney's tequila for $700 million.
So they're going to own everything. What else do they own?
Everything. They have like a bunch of stuff.
So he gets his $600 million with the upfront of almost half.
Yes.
And then on top of all of that, he'll still make money off like sales.
He's one of the. I think that he's one of the owners, but he's still going to be working for them. Like he's still a part of it, right?
Well, I'm sure it's part of the deal. Like you still have to be the face of this thing.
Well, because his outgoing email, because he's always like, if you emailed Ryan Reynolds at whatever, you always got a fantastic reply.
At gmail.com or whatever?
No, at Aviation Gin. Like you always got some weird.
Like Ryan.Reynolds at Aviation
Yeah, you always
gin.com.
got a great reply. So now his outgoing email is, thanks for your email. I am currently out of the office, but will still be very hard at work selling Aviation Gin for quite a long time, it seems.
I love him.
Do you know that he was really like good on Twitter? Like if you tweeted about the gin, he would like retweet it.
Oh no, that's
He was
like
really good.
Well, because he runs this marketing company too, right?
Yeah.
And that's like their whole thing. Like they did the commercial with the Peloton wife after she went viral. That's the company that scooped her up and put her in that other commercial.
Oh, that's his company?
That's his company. Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds out here winning still.
Yeah.
How do they,
That's his company.
With that much million, do they just give him an e-transfer? Like, how do they send that money?
Lawyers. Everything is through
check,
lawyers.
man. Come on.
Everything
Like it
is
just
through
shows up in
lawyers.
his account. Does he sign in on like the app?
transfer $600 million, bro.
What's your limit? Like even if you're like we're dealing with limits of like
this is a different world that we're not used to.
Mine's 400.
Maybe they have a limit of
what's your
like
e-transfer
700?
limit?
400.
$400.
Dollars?
Yeah. Is that low?
What's the max you can pay for on your card with Tap?
100.
100. Okay. So your max limit on an e-transfer is 400. Man,
you could never tap a
my
Costco,
daily
bro.
my daily withdrawal is only 700.
Wow, I don't know who trusts you less, your husband or the bank.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did you see this Fortnite mobile game story?
Yeah, so they pulled Fortnite off of the platforms in the Apple Store and in the Google Play Store, correct?
Yeah, because the games have in-app purchases.
Yes.
And I guess during the latest round of updates, when you went to do those in-app purchases, it bypassed the section where the money goes to Apple and or Google, and it goes directly to Fortnite.
Correct.
To Epic Games. And Apple and Google were like, no, we don't like that.
Yeah, so they pulled them.
So no more Fortnite.
But do people play Fortnite? Is what? Is it a PC game or does it even matter? I don't even. Does it?
I don't think it matters
does
anymore.
It doesn't matter.
It's literally
No?
everywhere.
Yeah.
So Apple has no way of removing Fortnite from your phone if you already have it on your phone, right?
People play Fortnite on their phones?
Yeah.
Oh,
so now it's a hot commodity if you have, let's say, an iPhone that's got Fortnite on it and have been putting these devices up on eBay, and the bids or the highest somebody's asking right now, as of right now, is like $10,000.
Really?
Yeah.
For a Fortnite phone?
For a Fortnite phone. And this is for like an iPhone 10, the $10,000 option.
But if I give you a phone,
yeah,
right? Like if I sell you a phone because there's a specific app on my phone that you want, does that mean that I can't wipe my phone before I sell it to you? Like you would still have access to something that I purchased under my account, and therefore my account would still have to be active on that phone.
I mean, long process, but I would then have to take my phone and go in and delete everything manually other than Fortnite before I handed that phone over to you. I can't wipe it completely, give you the device, and then have you like do a restore on it, because it would just restore everything that's under your account.
That's what I mean.
Right? So I would have to then go in, manually delete all my
people
photos.
are doing to play Fortnite?
Yeah, delete all my other apps, make sure I'm logged out of everything.
And change your
except
passwords.
and change the password except for Fortnite.
Really?
Because if you didn't change the password and sold the phone, then I could just go to your cloud and take everything back.
And
again.
you know where this goes all wrong? Is because people forget to delete their recently deleted pictures.
Oh yeah, I know.
Right?
You ever go through that camera roll? You're like, oh man, all the mistakes. So dumb.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello, Mocha.
Hello, Roz.
Are you ready?
Oh my God, dude. Come on, man. Wear a mask.
I know. Let's try that again.
Okay.
Hello, Mocha.
Hello, Roz.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Let's do the news.
Do the news.
Do the news.
Do the news.
A Roz and Mocha Show and Kiss 92.5 News Break.
The Maplehurst Correctional Complex in Milton let a guy go yesterday by mistake, an inmate.
Oh, no. How do you do that by mistake?
I don't know. They didn't really explain how the error happened. But you have to figure that...
Because there's levels on levels on levels of security before you reach that front door.
Yeah, and so you got to think that guy was like, oh my God.
Like, I think they left the door open a little bit.
They're calling my name.
Right? And you start walking up. Hey, man, can you grab this door real quick?
Yeah, they let him go.
Or they thought he was an employee. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Staff at the jail contacted police 11 p.m. Last night to advise of the mistake. So there you go. There's video going around of a pool party in Wuhan, China. This is, of course, the city where COVID-19 first emerged. And it's a pool party at the Ho Ha Water Electrical Music Festival. And this was over the weekend. And there are, in this video, 15,000 people.
Whoa.
No masks, no nothing, all in like inner tubes and splashing around super close.
Like pre-COVID.
Like pre-COVID times.
Don't care.
Like not even pre-COVID times, like 1986 times.
Like I'm here to party.
You know what I mean?
Like this is the definition of a party.
Fort Lauderdale in 86 is what this looks like, right? But yeah, no regard for anything. They also report that they haven't had a domestic transfer case of COVID since May in Wuhan.
Still, like,
well, now is when you have to say, do I believe China or do I not believe China? Right? It's one of those situations since May.
But how does a venue?
Not one.
How does a venue allow
9.9 million people in that city?
But how do they allow 15,000 people?
Because they're over it.
Into that venue.
They're over
into
it.
That space.
There's no. You have to understand. Like, there's no. Like, life has gone back to normal.
Oh, there's no coronavirus.
No. They say that they haven't had a domestic transfer case since May. So there's.
But do we believe them?
Well, I don't know. That's the question. Do
Right?
you? I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to believe about anything anymore, man. There's going to be no Grey Cup this year, which was the first time since 1919 after the CFL canceled the 2020 season. They say that they are gearing up for an absolute barn burner of a 2021 season, though. So they're completely committed to the future of the CFL. They were planning on doing a hub right, in Winnipeg, and I don't know, it didn't work out. They didn't get the money because unlike the other sports that can rely on television advertising and they can rely on merchandising and they can rely on TV deals and everything else, the CFL really relies on asses and seats for money.
Of course.
Right? Like that's
Why
what
can't
it
the government
is.
just help them? Why, they should apply for CERB.
I think that they did and something went wrong and I don't even know. Who knows?
But like next level CERB.
Yeah.
Like in the millions.
Oh,
You know
MERB.
what I mean? Yeah. Why did they just apply for MERB?
Could this be absolute vindication for Masai Ujiri? So going back to the Raptors win at Oracle Arena, there was an altercation between Masai and a deputy named Alan Strickland. Remember the shoving match?
Yeah.
He claimed that Masai did not have proper credentials in his hand and that Masai was the aggressor. And there was video, but the video was really inconclusive. So now Masai's legal team have released the body cam footage from the deputy.
AKA the truth.
And there's not much to tell, but this is what it sounded like. So in a statement, the Raptors say that they always believed the claims against Ujiri were without merit and that the video proves Ujiri was not the aggressor. So in the video, Masai walks up, you can see from the body cam footage, he reaches into his jacket, inside pocket, and he's pulling out his credentials. He has the whole wad of them in his hand.
Yeah.
The string, the everything else. And as he's doing that, they're in his hand, you see this cop grab him by the jacket and push him back. And then he goes back to F up. And then Masai walks up with his credentials in his hand, and then this cop double arm pushes him back. And then that is sort of when everything else on that other video started taking place.
Bro,
now,
who are you messing with?
If you remember the absurdity of the claims made by Alan Strickland in his lawsuit. So let me remind you of what he claimed. So Alan Strickland alleges that he incurred injury to his body, health, strength, activity, and person, and that he continues to suffer, quote, great mental, emotional, psychological, physical, and nervous pain and suffering. He also alleges that the incident caused him, quote, permanent disability, and that he's experienced great anxiety, embarrassment, anger, loss of enjoyment of life, injury to reputation, and severe emotional and physical distress in an amount to be determined at trial. So if you remember, that's what he claimed happened.
That's what happens when you're a bitch.
Dancing with the Stars is going to be social distancing. This is quite big news. Yeah. Okay, so they're going to be doing this season of the show, 29th season of the show. It's going to premiere September 14th, but it is not business as usual. Due to the pandemic, the show has a new rule where all the pro dancers must live apart, even the married ones.
What?
Yes. So Val...
So everything is fair?
Val and his wife, Jenna, no, because of COVID. So Val and his wife, Jenna, who are both the pro dancers, and then they dance with celebrities. So Val and Jenna can't live together during all of this. And Emma and Sasha, plus Pasha and Daniela, who it's their first time as a pro on the show, are not allowed to live together. So there's 3 couples now on the show
So how are you
pro
supposed
dancers.
to learn like, I guess,
No.
everything now?
No. So here's the thing: is that each pro dancer is paired with a celebrity.
Yeah.
So the pro dancers, are going to be able to dance with a celebrity, but there's 6 pro dancers that are also happen to be married, and normally when they do the show, they're allowed to stay together because why not? So they can compete against one another, but they can't live together on the show. Ooh. Which is wild.
I mean, the marriage is going to break up.
And I don't know if they're allowed to actually dance together. Like, so if you have your pro dancer and your celebrity, are they going to have to do choreography and routines where there's no touching?
That would be weird.
Right? Some dances would work, but others just like
if
how
you
do
and
you waltz?
if you and I were a couple on that show,
yeah,
a dancing couple,
yes.
How would we practice our routine? Would we be allowed to be in the same studio?
No.
And
okay. Oh, sorry. The dancing couples don't dance together.
Right.
But if you are paired with a celebrity, you're allowed to dance with them.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But you're just not allowed to touch them.
Oh. No, but that's what I'm saying.
I don't know how it's going to work.
Like, are we practicing in the same studio, but just distance? And you're teaching me the moves?
Well, I guess we could put glass between us, like some sort of weird peep show from, you know what I mean?
So dumb.
You keep putting quarters in and then the curtain comes up and I teach you a couple moves till the curtain goes back down.
I didn't get that last one and I'm all out of quarters.
You got to feed more quarters for step number 3. Oh, God, the ridiculousness. So the start of the school year may be delayed for kids unless they are able to pull off a miracle, quote unquote, according to the TDSB director. The Toronto School Board Interim Director of Education, Carleen Jackson, said yesterday that barring a miracle, it is very unlikely that thousands of students at the TDSB will be back learning on September 8th as scheduled, saying, at this time, we really don't think it will be feasible. Jackson said at a lengthy meeting of the school board that went late into last night. So could be delays, which I know is crushing for kids, but we're going to get there. The big Democratic National Convention last night, they brought out the heavy hitters. First,
so lit.
First, Barack Obama, and you don't hear a lot of ex-presidents trashing current presidents. It's just a sort of like one of those things that doesn't happen. Once you're out of office, you rarely comment on.
You just move about.
You just
go about your life.
You go about your life. But here is former President Barack Obama giving his support to Joe Biden, his former VP, while also taking
his
down
BFF.
Yeah, also taking down Trump.
I have sat in the Oval Office with both of the men who are running for president. I never expected that my successor would embrace my vision or continue my policies. I did hope, for the sake of our country, that Donald Trump might show some interest in taking the job seriously. That he might come to feel the weight of the office and discover some reverence for the democracy that had been placed in his care. But he never did. For close to 4 years now, he has shown no interest in putting in the work. No interest in finding common ground. No interest in using the awesome power of his office to help anyone but himself and his friends. No interest in treating the presidency as anything but one more reality show that he can use to get the attention he craves. Donald Trump hasn't grown into the job because he can't.
Speak to him, Barack. Speak to him, Barack.
Now, I know you hate when I point this out because you say that it's all you're going to hear now. But Obama's got a whistle talk, much like Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, stop it.
Play the beginning of this again.
I have sat in the Oval Office with both of the men who are running for president.
Dude, come on. And it's not just with words that end in the letter S. He said president. And it said precedent.
Yeah.
I have sat in the Oval Office with both of the men who are running for president.
Okay.
Billie Eilish showing up at the DNC convention last night. First with this message.
You don't need me to tell you things are a mess. Donald Trump is destroying our country and everything we care about. We need leaders who will solve problems like climate change and COVID, not deny them. Leaders who will fight against systemic racism and inequality. And that starts by voting for someone who understands how much is at stake. Someone who's building a team that shares our values. It starts with voting against Donald Trump and for Joe Biden. Silence is not an option, and we cannot sit this one out. We all have to vote like our lives and the world depend on it, because they do. The only way to be certain of the future is to make it ourselves. Please register. Please vote.
Nice. So Billie Eilish, one of the part of the group of this is the first time she'll ever be old enough to vote.
Oh yeah, yes.
She turned 18 last December.
Oh,
so
wow.
this will be her first time voting. And then she also performed with her brother Phineas.
Supposedly I'm lonely now. No, I'm supposed to be unhappy without someone. But aren't I someone?
I don't use TikTok, so I don't know a lot of the stars on TikTok, but I know one of them is Bryce Hall, and I guess he lives in a place called Sway House with some of the other TikTok influencers. And this is a wild story. So the mayor of LA shut off the power, and originally the story was the water too, but it's utilities, so some people are denying that it was water, but they approved the shutting off of utilities to this TikTok influencer's Hollywood Hills rental home after officials said that they held massive parties in violation of the city's coronavirus regulations. They say despite several warnings, this house has turned into a nightclub in the hills, hosting large gatherings in flagrant violation of our public health and others. That's from LA Mayor Eric Garcetti.
I did not know that COVID didn't exist in LA anymore. Congratulations.
The city has now disconnected utilities at the home to stop these parties and endangering our community. But there's a bunch of problems with this. One, they shut off the power to the house where this guy lives with the other influencers. But the party that was happening was not happening at that house. So it got out that there was a massive party happening for this guy's birthday in the Hollywood Hills. But the party wasn't at their house in the Hollywood Hills. It was at somebody else's house in Encino. But they shut off the power and utilities to the wrong house.
Oh, no, you idiots.
Right? But anyway, so they can't go back there and do that. Now, I know what you're thinking, which is, yay, this is what you got to do. However, I am in complete disagreement with this. Shutting off the power and utilities to somebody's house, even during COVID.
Okay.
As a punishment. You can't do it. It's a complete overstep. You can't do it. You can't shut off the utilities if somebody owes you rent. You can't shut off the utilities if you can charge them. You can have the cops show up. You can spray them with hoses.
Yeah, I wonder why they just didn't get charged.
Well, I'm sure that they've tried because the cops show up all the time, but they don't care.
Yeah, no.
It's all for TikTok, right?
I just looked at his Insta story. It looks like he's having a good time in the dark. So
You don't care?
They don't care. Like, what, you don't think that 18-year-olds can party in the dark? Now, if you really want to hurt them, I would do something to keep the lights on all the time. Right?
Yeah.
You really want to hurt them? Block Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's
right?
what I was going to say.
Just cut the Wi-Fi, put a bubble. Like the Wi-Fi, I don't know how you do it. They could do it. They can do anything. Get the CIA involved.
Just walk in there and take his router?
Yeah. just like your dad, like, and the cops should just like look at him, like give him stink eye. As he has the router in his hand, he's just wrapping the cord around it. Right? As he walks out. Britney Spears' conservatorship remains unchanged after a court hearing. So Britney filed papers on Tuesday asking the court to end her father, Jamie Spears' conservatorship, which essentially gives him all control over Britney's finances and career decisions. This has been going on since her breakdown 12 years ago. Now, due to health reasons, Jamie, her dad, was forced to temporarily hand over the reins to a woman named Jody Montgomery, who was already working as Britney's care manager. And then Britney is now fighting to keep Montgomery on as her full conservatorship. Britney filed to remove her dad from controlling her business and personal affairs yesterday. However, in a closed-door hearing, they extended the current arrangement with her dad in control of everything until February 2021. Sources also said that Britney is thought to be worth $58 million and has been declared unable to make important life decisions due to her mental illness and has been unwell for more than a year. So she is still trying to get... Can you believe that? Like Britney with doing the Vegas residencies, doing everything else, still and has...
On social, like appearing to be...
She has no control. Well. She cannot make decisions for herself.
That's crazy,
For
man.
her finances or her career or her family. She still needs permission from the people who have been put in charge of her life.
Yeah.
That's where the hashtag Free Britney all started. Sacha Baron Cohen was spotted filming as the Borat character in and around Los Angeles the other day.
Very nice. Very nice.
So word is that there could possibly be a sequel to Borat on the way. Borat, if you remember, was the 2006 film.
Ago, though,
2006. Remember, it was called Borat: Cultural Learnings of America for Make Benefit Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan. That was the full title.
Very nice. High five.
Breaking news with Airbnb. They have announced a global ban on all parties and events at their listings, including a cap on occupancy at 16 people. It says that the party ban applies to all future bookings and it will remain in effect indefinitely until further notice. So no more parties at Airbnb.
But you can have a max of 16?
I think it's a max of 16 regardless of the place, because some Airbnbs, the max occupancy is like 40 people. You can rent these big giant chalets and whatever. So I think even for those... because the smaller places all have max occupancies, according to Airbnb. It's like when you Airbnb a condo, it's going to say max occupancy, like 2 people or 4 people or whatever it is. But yeah, so you can't exceed their max occupancy is 16. Meanwhile, Jurassic World production in Malta was halted following an outbreak of COVID-19 on the island. According to Deadline,
One of the dinosaurs got COVID?
Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Sam Neill will be among those no longer traveling to the country to film the new Jurassic World. Ragu is no longer in Canada. And they just...
Mamma mia!
And they quietly dipped, too.
Why?
So what happened was people started noticing that there was just a serious lack of ragu in Canadian grocery stores. And somebody tweeted the company saying, hey, is it just me or is it really difficult to find ragu? And then Ragu tweeted back saying, we regret to inform you that Ragu has made the hard decision to exit the Canadian pasta sauce market.
Wow.
And they went on to say, we hope that you have enjoyed the delicious taste of ragu and we're very sorry for the inconvenience. So no more ragu.
I guess because what? Classico probably took them out, right?
Who knows? Who knows? I don't know why it's so difficult to...
I mean, we're going to have to use another sauce. It's just going to be an impasto.
Yeah, true that, Maury.
You know, if you are looking for an alternative.
Yes.
There is, I can't remember, I don't know if it's a Kirkland brand. I can't remember the brand name, but they sell it at Costco.
Mm-hmm.
And the pasta sauce there is pretty good.
It's good, huh?
Yeah.
I like those Kirkland products. I like them a lot.
And now it's time for Ask Roz and Mocha.
Yeah. Lurv, this part of the podcast. What's up, Kelly?
Hi there.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing good. How's life?
Not too bad.
Yeah, same old same. All right. So what is your question for the podcast today?
So my question is this. I was looking for your opinion on if a couple chooses to have separate bank accounts, is that a sign of future relationship failure, or is it smart thinking.
Smart thinking.
Is this something that you are going through right now?
So my husband and I have separate bank accounts. We've had it for years, never really thought of it. And whenever I casually mention it to coworkers or friends, I notice that the older generation seems to think that this is a bad omen, like we're not really invested together. But we've been together for over 10 years, and it seems to work for us.
Yeah, if it works,
So
it
I'm
works.
just looking for your opinion.
I think that the older generation, as you say, may be insulted by this or turned off by this because they may be coming from a place where one person was really the principal earner for the home, and therefore the other person would be relying on some sort of allowance or permission to use money, kind of thing. Which if that was the case, I don't think that that's all that healthy. But what I will say is that for me, the winning combo is you each have your own bank accounts, and then you have one joint account. And that joint account is where you each put in money that goes to pay for your lives and everything in your lives. Now, if one person makes more money in a relationship, that person should pay more to keep things fair and to keep things balanced and you want to lower the chance of argument because there's nothing that is aside from infidelity, nothing will kill a marriage faster than arguing over money or money problems. Sure. And so I think that you both have to be realistic with each other. Now, if you do have separate bank accounts but are real secretive with your money, like if your husband doesn't know how much money you make, okay? Right. Or if you're really, really struggling to put your end of what it takes to run the finances for the family for the month because you're pissing it away on things, or if he's doing the same thing, then that is a huge problem. I think that you have to have absolute transparency with where the money is going and where it's coming from. But no, I don't think you need access to his money, and he certainly doesn't need access to your money.
Right. I totally agree. And that's how it works in our relationship. I totally know how much he has. And likewise, he knows what I have. We're quite open about that. And we sort of split expenses, proportionately. So one person will pay mortgage, the other one will pay property taxes and hydro or whatever. And it's worked for us. But it's funny how some people are quite judgmental and like, ooh, that's really not good for you guys.
Yeah, but if it works for you guys and you have your system already like in place, like who cares what anybody else says?
I think that people think that their partner's going to sneak, though.
Probably, yeah.
If you can't see what's coming in and what's going out, how am I going to know what you're doing with all of our money? Because once you have it all in one account, it becomes, your money, as in the collective your money.
Sure.
And that becomes a problem. Where if once you start putting all the money together and it becomes our money and we both have access to our money, how do I approach you when I think that you are spending more than what you should?
Yeah.
Or if I'm making purchases or spent too much on something. I don't know. What do you and Jenna do, Mocha?
So after Jen and I got married, I'm pretty sure it was right when we got married. It seems like forever now that we've done this.
Yeah.
But we do have a joint bank account.
Yeah.
Because neither of us hide purchases from one another. You know what I mean? Like there's no need to secretly buy something. Like we know the money coming out, but it's not like we're spending money on or excessively spending money on things. You know what I mean? Like the money goes to groceries or, as Kelly said, to property tax or the mortgage, like every day, every month kind of expenses. Now, if I go and I buy something online, it gets delivered to the house anyway. She's home. It's not like I'm hiding that I'm buying a new pair of jeans or I'm buying like gear for my camera or I'm buying, something for computer accessories or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there's no secret in terms of what we buy. Unlike Damn It Maury, who...
Great segue.
What is your situation with money at home?
He has his own bank account. I have my own bank account, and we have a joint account where money from both of ours goes in for the mortgage. Outside of that, you have the mind your own business rule.
Really, huh? Yeah.
What about things like groceries?
Groceries, during the pandemic, will do the where you drive up. What I forget what you call it. You drive
Curbside
up,
pickup.
Curbside, yeah. And they load it into your car and stuff, and then Matthew tends to pay for that. But if there's something that I need, I'll pick up on the way home, like hamburger buns or something like that, and I'll do that. Because I also put more in for the mortgage. I'll pay for gas for the car that I use, etc.
So it doesn't sound like the perfect system, but
it works.
But do you guys argue over money? Like, is there ever why
Oh
are
my
you spending?
God, all the
because
time.
you spend a crazy amount of money on nonsense, and I'm
Yeah,
wondering.
but so does he. He buys shoes.
Okay, so but do you ever? So is that ever a problem? Like, is it ever difficult for you to meet your figure at the end of the month of what you need to put in the
No.
joint account?
No.
It's never difficult.
No, because that comes out automatically twice a month. And, if I buy nonsense, then I justify it to him going, well, it makes me happy.
You put it on the credit card, though. You don't pay cash for the nonsense.
No, so I've learned about PayPal can, access your bank account, which is a horrible thing.
Where do you think they get the money from?
Maury. PayPal can't access your bank account. You have to allow PayPal permission to access your bank account.
Yeah, fingers are a walking.
Okay.
But you lie to Matthew about how much money you're spending on things, or sometimes certain things that you buy, and you just hide it, place it somewhere in the condo, and then when he finds it and says, "Hey, what's this?" You're like, "Oh, I've had that for years."
Like there's this massive Andy Warhol coffee table book. It was like $200. I'm like, oh my God, it was half off.
Jeez, man. Does Matthew know how much you make?
Yes.
Do you know how much he makes?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I mean, that's hard. You can't really lie about that. I mean, it's hard to. I mean, you can, but when tax stuff comes in, I mean, he looks through all that.
Who does the taxes?
We go together, so it's
okay.
kind of hard to. You
I
can't lie
gotcha.
about that
I
when you're sitting
gotcha.
at the desk together.
Yeah. I got you. Does Jenna know exactly how much you make, Mocha?
Yeah, she totally does.
Okay.
Yeah. Catherine knows?
Yeah, she knows. I think she has a rough idea. I don't think she knows specifically. She's never asked.
Yeah.
I've told her in passing and like whatever, but it's never a topic of conversation.
You say tons of money.
I just say tons. Oh my God! No, it's just never come up because I find this is what I find, and I will say this to you on the phone. I don't remember your name. What's your name again?
Kelly.
Kelly. Okay, Kelly. Sorry, these long phone calls, man. I will say this, Kelly, and that is for you and anybody else listening. All of this stuff that we're talking about right now, okay, is much easier when money, paying bills, paying the mortgage or rent or whatever it is not a problem financially. For people where they do struggle, where every day or at the end of every month, you are at zero and sometimes below zero, and you got to build that back up, in 30 days, that's when things do become a problem, where you need absolute transparency, and maybe it is better to have a joint bank account so you guys can kind of go at this together and form some sort of united front, and just to make sure that you don't wind up in the hole at the end of the month. Or if one person is way better with money than the other person, maybe that's your job in the house. Maybe your job is to take care of the finances.
Yeah.
But we're coming at this from a place of where I don't struggle. The reality is I don't struggle to pay the mortgage every month. Catherine and I don't fight over money because one of us spent too much on something, because it's just never a problem. Now, I've been in that situation, and I was in that situation for a long time, and it's really crazy, and it really hurts, and you really feel like you're drowning at the end of every single month. And I know how I would feel if I was relying on somebody else as a partner to sort of ease the load. And if we got to the end of the month and they dropped the ball, and they let us down, I think that I would be furious. And then I may ask to see their bank account, throughout the month to just make sure. I don't know. But we're coming at this from a place of where, I've been through the struggles. I'm no longer there. But anybody who still is in the struggle, I would just say absolute transparency between you and your partner when it comes to money.
Right. I totally agree with that. I think when one partner is more of a spender, it could definitely raise issues with a separate bank account. But because my husband and I have the same mentality where we always set money aside to save for retirement, for my son's future, for his education, I think we're on the same page, even though we have separate accounts.
Gotcha. There you go.
Thank you so much, Kelly. We appreciate you.
Not a problem. Thank you for taking my call.
Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Oh, boy, why'd you ask me? I love both of you.
But?
You know what? Certain days is a certain individual. Mocha, you're funny. I love your laugh. Roz, I love your common sense. And as a parent, my child is roughly the same as Roxy, so I think I choose you.
Oh, thanks.
But that's just today, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You wouldn't even say my name at the beginning of this. You refer to me as a certain individual, right? And then you reluctantly said my name at the end of it. However, I will take the win. So thank you very much. Whatever your name is.
Not a problem. Take care, guys.
I don't even remember your name. Thanks, Kelly. We love you.
Thanks, Kelly.
Bye.
Okay, this is a very long question.
Oh my God.
From Adil.
Okay.
A man wants to enter an exclusive club.
Oh.
But doesn't know the password. So he watches the bouncer to find out.
Okay.
Another man comes up. The bouncer says 12. The second man says 6 and is let in.
Okay.
A third man comes. The bouncer says 6. The man responds with 3 and is also let in. Thinking he had heard enough, the first man goes up to the bouncer and is told 10. The man responds with 5, but is denied. What should he have said and why?
Okay, so the first guy goes up. The bouncer says 12. And the guy goes 6. And he goes, go on in. Then the next guy walks up and the bouncer goes 6. And the guy goes 3. And the bouncer goes, okay, go on in. And then this jabroni shows up and the bouncer goes 10. And the guy goes 5. And he goes, no. Right?
Yeah.
So you have to figure out like what the pattern is?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You look confused, Maury.
Well, yeah, because it should have been 5. Maybe the bouncer didn't hear him. It's really loud.
Is that the answer? That's not the answer.
No. Do you know the answer?
Me? Yeah, give me a second.
Do you know the answer, Mocha?
I'm trying to figure it out like you guys. Shem, do you know the answer?
I didn't hear the question again.
Oh, God.
Because Shem, you're really good at these.
Okay,
At
hold
these
on.
riddles.
Okay, so Shem, so here we go. Okay. So there's an exclusive club. Guy's trying to get into this club. So he doesn't know how to get into this club. And he knows you're going to be tested. That's the only thing he knows. Okay. So he watches.
Not tested for COVID.
No. One guy walks up to the bouncer to try and get into the club. The bouncer looks at this guy and goes, 12. And the guy looks at the bouncer and goes, 6. And he goes, yes, you can go on in. The next guy walks up and the bouncer goes, 6. And the guy goes, 3. And he goes, you can go on in. And then this guy's like, okay, I get it. I know what to do. He walks up to the bouncer and the bouncer goes, 10. And the guy goes, 5. And he goes, no, you cannot come in.
I want to figure this out. So first time bouncer says 12.
I know what it is.
Man says 6. Okay, and then 6, and then the person says 3.
There's one way to look at this question.
Yeah.
Where it becomes incredibly apparent. There's one way to look at
Is
this
it
question.
how
where
you
it
said a
becomes,
word apparent?
No. Actually, no. That has nothing to do with anything.
The bouncer said 10. The man said parent. You may go in.
You may answer.
Dad.
In you go.
Mom.
Daddy. 10.
Okay.
Daddy. No, that is not it.
Okay, hold on. So 12, and then this guy says 6, and then 6, and the next one says 3.
Let me see how you wrote this question, Maury.
Oh my God, I got it.
Let me see how you wrote this question. Hold on. Let me see how you wrote this question.
What do you mean?
Oh, you're just going off the sheet. Okay, I saw you writing. I thought you wrote it all down.
I'm underlining things.
Oh, you're underlining things. Do you want a highlighter?
6.
I'm not even strong enough to move my microphone anymore.
He's so weak, bro.
I know, I am.
Gyms are open now. You can go in and get swole.
I know.
Okay,
I know what it is.
Look at how low cut this shirt
I know.
is.
I think I got it. I think I got it.
What's that? The answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Explain your answer first, though.
Okay. 12 and 6 and 6 is 12.
Yes.
Okay. 3 plus 3 is 6.
Yes.
So if he says 10, 10 plus 10 is 20. So he should have said 20.
Excuse me?
Nah, I don't think that's
the
it.
bouncer says
10, and I should have went 20.
But the first guys that let in, the bouncer said what?
12.
And then what was the answer that the guy gave?
6.
Okay.
Which is also half of 12, but 6 and 6 is 12 because the next person was 6, right? So 6 and 6 is 12. That answers the first one. But 3 plus 3 is 6. That's that one. So 10 plus... Stop having me explain it. I'm confusing myself.
Because you're wrong.
No, but...
You're trying to explain a wrong answer.
I think I know what it is. Do you know what it is, Jem?
I'm so confused.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Can I tell you
Okay.
what I think? Do you want me to write it down? What I think the answer is?
Okay, can I give you guys a hint? Okay. So here, take this piece of paper, Shem, because this is the same one that Maury has where the question is written out on it.
Okay.
Okay? And this is how I looked at it because I wondered how the question was written. Okay.
Okay.
So you have the question in front of you right now. And they use, when the bouncer says 12, in the question, they put 12 as in 1, 2. And when the guy answers 6, they use the number 6. Read the question as if the numbers were written in alphabetical form as opposed to numeric form. So spell out 12, spell out 6, spell out 6, spell out 3, spell out 10, and then you'll get your answer.
Hold on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's how many letters are in that spelling. Because 12 has 6 letters.
Sorry, what?
Okay.
Oh, no, I
don't
think I
write.
get it.
Don't
I think I
write.
get it.
Read the question, but
Yeah.
instead of reading the numbers 12, 6, 5, 10
Yeah.
as in numbers, spell those numbers out. So 12 is TWELVE.
I think I have the answer.
So he
Right?
should have said 3.
No, I think he should have said 10.
No.
No, because the bouncer said 10.
Oh, sorry, the bouncer said 10.
So his answer should have been
I don't get it.
Maury
3.
3.
Because
All right.
10 has 3
Letters.
T-E-N. T-E-N.
So he said 12. How many letters are in 12?
6.
So the answer is 6. And then he said
Oh,
6. How many
stupid.
letters are in 6?
3.
And then he said 10, but he answered 5 and was not let in. What
And the
should he
answer
have said?
should have been 3.
The answer should have been 3.
Oh, man, I ain't never getting in that club. Dumbass. Okay, Denzel asks, would you rather go back to the age of 5 with all the knowledge you know now?
5?
Or know everything today that your future self will learn?
Oh God. Okay, 5 is too young
I
to
agree.
have this kind of knowledge.
Yeah, but then you'll be the smartest 5-year-old.
No, because you'd be like horny and you'd be like they put you in, you'd be hospitalized.
I didn't think that. I just thought you could, at 5, you'd be able to cook eggs.
No, you'd be hospitalized.
No, but so here's my question.
Yeah.
When I go back to the age of 5 and I know everything that we all know now, right?
Yes.
Do I still have the mentality of a 5-year-old, or do I have the mentality of a young, healthy, younger end of the demo millennial?
Well, that's the problem with this.
Right?
Right?
Because if I'm 5, like people are just like, and if I say something about something that's going to happen, right?
Yes.
Or something that I want to invent, let's say.
Right.
They're going to think I'm nuts.
No, but the thing
or no
is,
one's going to believe me.
Most 5-year-olds can't speak as well as you would be able to speak with the knowledge you have now.
Right, but so then you got to age out a little bit. You got to become at least 10 before people start taking you seriously as a genius.
Yeah.
Right? And then you're going to be tested and then I don't know, but what do you do with that knowledge when you're 10 though? Like and here's my other thing, Maury, okay? Here's my thing.
You end up like
okay?
Stewie, like Family Guy.
No. Here's my thing, Maury, with you. And even with me to a certain extent and even with Mocha. I don't think I know enough, or I don't think I'm smart enough to take what I already know and go back and use it for any sort of gain or good if I was to go back in time with it.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm a genius where I'm like super smart with science and stuff where I can then go back and make a difference. Like I only know very basic things.
Right.
Yeah, but you could be a 5-year-old that knows how to build a deck.
But what is that going to get me? Nobody's going to hire a 5-year-old to build a deck.
Like maybe I'll make it into the Guinness Book of World Records.
Right, yeah, like maybe I'll be a record holder, you know?
And Mocha,
like the youngest deck builder?
like I'll get on like Sally Jesse or something. You know, like the world's youngest deck
And
builder.
Mocha, you could be a 5-year-old that takes really good pictures. People could hire you for weddings and bar mitzvahs.
So what, a 5-year-old photographer?
Yeah.
No, but like
I would say
no, but
because there's too many questions. There's too much to go back to the age of 5.
To stay the age you are now and I guess know the stuff that you're going to learn in the future, what more can you learn?
Well, no, but you would know everything that you would. Well, it depends on how much you want to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have, say, Maury, if you have like 40 more years of learning to do, but you could have all that knowledge input in you right now. Think of the incredible
but does it halt,
things.
or then if I have that now, I'm going to learn even more?
Well, no, you can learn even more moving forward, but you'll already have all of that knowledge.
Then I would pick that.
Yeah,
I would
100%.
choose
Why would I want
to
go
stay here now and then know everything that my future self will know.
Right. Like, what are you going to do as a 5-year-old, Maury, with the only knowledge that you have that you're really an expert at is how to micro cheat online?
No, I know. But I'm an expert on things like Andy Warhol and Golden Girls. So
But what are you going to? But what are you going to do
Yeah,
with
what's that
that?
going to do for you as a 5-year-old?
As a 5-year-old,
or even as a
Nothing.
10-year-old?
No,
Yeah, zero.
no. Definitely I'll take the other one.
Andre asks, just started watching Sons of Anarchy, and I'm wondering why Mocha chose to name his dog after the character Tig. You know from episode 2 that this guy is messed up.
Shem's in there
All right,
laughing.
Shem, get back in here, please.
I've never seen an episode
Neither have I.
of Sons of Anarchy.
So
have you?
I
Maury?
watched
No?
the full
never.
season, and it's been years since I've seen an episode. But Shem, who is only now discovering the show, has been binge watching.
Yes,
So I
I've-
can't remember episode 2, season 1, like what happened. So myself, my wife, my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law were all big fans of the show. My sister-in-law, when she got her golden retriever, named him Jackson.
Okay.
After the lead character in the show.
Gotcha.
And then when we got our dog, we were like, well, we're going to keep it within like the Sons kind of like
It's just so
gang.
weird.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's why we named our dog Tig.
Right.
And then when my mother-in-law got her golden, she named him Opie.
Oh, cool.
Are those are
Another character.
Those are all characters.
Yeah. Those are all
Really?
characters
So why
from the
did
show.
you not, if you had yours first, why not name yours?
I don't know.
Opie?
We just
Why'd
like
you pick Tig?
We just like the name Tig for some reason.
Because that's a great dog name too, right?
But
Tig's a fantastic
throughout
dog
the
name.
series, you
Yeah.
find out that this guy Tig, he's loco.
Oh no!
Yeah,
creepy,
like
creepy logo.
creepy, weird.
Played by Kim Coates.
Yeah, he's great.
Kim
I
Coates.
like Kim Coates a lot.
Not because of the weirdness of the character, which is
Right.
why we just like the name. But I can't. Can you remember episode 2? Like
no,
what?
God, I've
But,
been
like,
watched
he's
6 seasons in the last 3 weeks, so I
Holy
really can't
cow,
remember.
6 seasons?
Yeah, in the last 3.5 weeks. Clearly very busy.
You're like my kid. You're like my kid over COVID, right? And even so, this is keep in mind doing school and everything else that she had to do, just online from March until now. Over COVID, my kid binged all the seasons of Gilmore Girls.
Wow.
Okay, all seasons of Modern Family,
Oh my God.
and she binged The Flash.
Wow.
She finished binging all the seasons of Supergirl to the point of where now she has gone back and is rewatching Supergirl.
Serious.
Okay, yeah, she watches TV like Shem does, she never appears to be always sitting in front of the TV. Like she does so much
So what
other
is
stuff.
she
I
watching
don't
it?
know where she finds the time. Like we'll sit and watch a couple shows together, but every now and then she'll just like sneak in an episode, and then I'm like, hey, do you want to watch an episode of Modern Family? And she's like, sure, and then she hits play on her profile on Netflix, and she's like 12 episodes ahead of me of where we last left off. Like it was crazy. So
Gotta get that girl some homework.
I
bro.
know.
All I've done during COVID is watch The Taking of Pelham 123 in Philadelphia.
Wow, that's a real sexy night.
Does she have a favorite episode of Modern Family just yet?
I don't know. She loves Anytime. Oh my God!
Whoa.
And it's so because we had to explain it to her like ahead of time, right? But she loves Gloria,
Yeah.
right? She loves Gloria. She loves Jay. Phil is her favorite. But anytime that Phil puts the turtleneck on and
Yeah.
right,
And he plays Clive?
Clive Bixby. Okay.
Yeah.
She loves Clive Bixby probably more, more than she likes any of the other characters.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah, but she
so good.
She loves Clive Bixby a whole lot. So
what about the Halloween episode when they were all Gloria was
Love that
self-conscious
one.
about her accent?
Yes.
That is probably my
that's a
number
great one, too.
one favorite episode of Modern Family.
Yeah.
I really love the one where they shot it all on like iPads and iPhones.
Yeah, that was much later.
Would she ever watch anything like way back, like, classic shows?
Like what?
Like, Gilligan's Island? Or
Those
something?
aren't interesting to kids because they were boring television shows. Gilligan's Island was the same show every single day.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd
Right?
love to see a kid's perspective on
They
like,
won't
how they would
watch
get
it.
off
She
an
has
island.
no interest in it. She has no interest. Things have changed so much, and I know that we talked about this on the last podcast a little bit, but she has no interest in even something like Twilight.
Wow.
Because things have moved, they've progressed so far from even Twilight that something like Twilight is just not interesting to her.
Oh, guys, you know what show, because you guys talked about it, what show Jenna and I just started watching?
Which is what?
And I'm so mad that I didn't get on this show when it first came out, but I'm also happy because we're binging it.
Yeah.
And I love it so much.
Yeah.
Succession.
Oh, bro, right? I told you.
Oh my.
Yes.
Can I just say it is like the writing on it is so good.
Yeah.
But I love the camera work.
Yeah. Yeah,
like
yeah. No, it's shot-
unconventional.
yeah,
it
it's
just
great.
Is
Who's
it all like just handheld?
Yeah, yeah. Are you on, what season are you on? One
I'm still season 1.
Okay, so far on season 1, who's your favorite character? Who do you like the most?
Macaulay Culkin's little brother.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, I think he's funny.
Okay.
But then also Greg.
Yeah,
The
Cousin Greg.
Cousin Greg.
Cousin Greg
is
Cousin Greg is the best.
hilarious.
Yes.
And then like where we are right now in the show, I kind of feel bad for God, I don't know all their names yet, but like the main son.
Kendall?
The one
Kendall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of feel bad for him. Where
Yeah.
I am in the season.
Right. And Siobhan and Shiv and,
and
Shiv's husband.
Dumbass husband.
Yeah.
Tom.
Okay,
that's his
Tom.
name.
So I'll tell you, this show ruined me for a little while because I watched season 1 and then it just ended so abruptly, and season 2 wasn't out yet. And then I went back to try and watch some other shows, and it was very difficult for me to get into another show because the writing in Succession was just so far above and beyond everything else that I had a really hard time finding another show to compete on that level as far as enjoyment, and it took me a long time. And then season 2 came out, and it just blew me away.
Okay, I'm going to change my answer because now I'm thinking about a certain episode.
Yeah.
So I don't like Macaulay Culkin's brother. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Thinking about one specific scene in season 1
Okay.
where he was alone in his office looking out at the city.
Oh, yeah.
Looking out of New York.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's not my favorite.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
Cousin Greg is my favorite.
Cousin Greg. Maury.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Did you watch it, Maury? You didn't watch it? Okay, just a few more questions to get through. Ashley asks, who... I can't believe she's asking this question.
Yeah.
I know you won't have an answer, Roz. I definitely don't have an answer. I know for sure Maury's going to have an answer.
Okay.
So this is a very Maury-specific question. Who was the last person you cyber-stalked?
Oh, I remember.
Maury?
There's two people that I always just. I mean, define cyber stalking.
Do you really want us to?
No, here. I will define it this way. Define it this way. If this individual found out how much time you spend looking at their profile, they would be completely taken back.
Oh, shoot.
What?
There's a lot. I got like a laundry list of people that aren't even celebrities.
Like these people that you should not know as much as you do about them. And the only reason you know is because you spent so much time cyber stalking them.
I would say Anthony and his manager.
His manager?
Well,
Anthony from Queer Eye.
Anthony from Queer Eye and his manager, Ben.
Okay.
They were just on a boat with Martha Stewart going lobster fishing.
Okay.
Okay. How interesting.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hot George from that used to be when we had before COVID from the gym.
Okay. You still stalk Hot George?
Yeah, he was just on a bike 10 minutes ago.
Okay.
Fishing for lobster?
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
And then when you go to on Instagram, there's the magnifying glass, right?
Sure,
always the same hot shirtless guys are always on my feed. So I don't know their names, but I'm always seeing
But
the
do
same
you ever
ones.
do the sort of cross reference? Like, do you ever find not necessarily a celebrity because they can show you everything that they want to show you, but what about somebody who is not famous but you found on social, and then you sort of started cross-referencing, where you started cross-referencing their Instagram with their Facebook with their Twitter, and then you find out who some of their friends are that are tagged, and then you start looking at their friends to find out what sort of activities this individual has done with other people, and like a real deep dive into somebody.
Oh, George from the gym.
Yeah?
Wow,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes there's
Mine's
just
getting
not
real uncomfortable right now.
on TV. You're just
I know.
lying on the couch, and away you go.
Wow. And you go that deep, huh?
I mean, what? It's just an easy, tap of a finger. Like away you go.
Yeah. How lost do you get though when you're in that?
Oh, quite a lot, because then you start scrolling through their things and like, let's see, what does George look like 5 years ago?
And but meanwhile, you're looking at his mother's profile to find out what George looked like as a kid, though.
His mother's beautiful.
Okay.
All while your husband is in the next room. Anthony asks, did your grandmother have a go-to meal that fixed everything? For example, my nonna used to make pastina soup when we were sick or even had pain. As kids, we called this medicine.
My grandmother would only ever say the same thing. What are we having tonight, Nan? Well, two things. Okay. So the actual meal that she cooked more than anything else was a lovely ham. We're having
Just a regular ham.
We're having a lovely ham with boiled potatoes. Okay?
Okay.
A lovely ham with boiled potatoes. But anytime with my grandmother, anytime you ask my grandmother what was for dinner, right, or what was for lunch, she would either say you would get one of two answers. Okay? If I ever said, hey, Nan, what's for dinner? She would go, on a stick. Okay? Because you never asked my grandmother what was for dinner. You got what you got.
Yeah.
Okay? Or you would say, hey, Nan, what's for lunch? And she would go, cows and dandelions.
Sounds delicious.
Right? So
Can I
you
get some
never
mustard with that?
you never asked my grandmother what was for
It's
dinner because
insulting.
you got what you got, right? Because asking makes it seem like you have some sort of input into what she does in her kitchen, which you just didn't, right? So you at the end of the day you got a lovely ham and boiled potatoes. But if you ever asked her, no, there was no answer.
Yeah.
Zero answer.
On a stick.
On a stick and cows and dandelions.
Maury?
My grandmother makes a mean roast, but to answer the question about the
What she would say to you, I'm making you a mean roast.
But
Like
I
kind of like the
remember-
lovely ham from Ross's grandmother.
I remember my papa used to always, because he used to take care of me a lot, right? And he always only made canned soup, tomato soup, right? And microwavable corn with a hunk of butter on top. And then I would sit in front of his smoking fan because it blew air on the back of my neck, and we'd watch Fraggle Rock or something. So
hold on here. You'd like to have the back of your neck blown while eating what? Eating microwave corn in a can of soup?
Don't forget about the hunk of butter.
Right. God, even just like visualizing what that would look like is super weird to me.
I would
weird,
say
man.
so. I only had one grandmother, my dad's mom, and she lived in New York. So I saw her like maybe once a year or twice a year. And my mom's mom passed away when I was, I think, like a year old. So the only other kind of like grandmother figure that I had growing up were the neighbors that we lived right next to, this old Italian couple who looked after my sisters and I. And they would make us call them nonna, nonno.
Oh.
And much like Anthony, nonna's kind of like go-to recipe, like that was quick, but also just made everything feel right, feel better, and you always look forward to it, was just a chicken noodle soup and then with like pasta on the side.
was it mean or lovely?
It was lovely.
Lovely. Oh,
It was
noodles-
bellissimo.
Chicken noodle soup is still the best, though. Huh?
It really
It
is.
really is. Yeah. No, I agree.
Brandon has a question. I know we've answered this a lot, but I feel like we should answer it for Brandon.
Oh, I forgot to mention my grandmother's gefilte fish.
Ew.
Okay. Okay. So we're getting serious here.
Okay.
because I just feel like Brandon needs this right now.
Okay.
This one is for Roz.
Okay.
How did you cope when your dad passed away? I recently lost my dad. He had some complications after undergoing a quadruple bypass surgery, and I wanted to get some advice from you.
Yeah, it's hard. There's no sort of easy way, but I think that the grieving process, especially when you're a kid and your parent dies, because you sort of feel like a half orphan, like you're grieving because there's a loss of somebody you loved, but there's also a weird abandonment issue that you sometimes go through when a parent dies, and you feel that they've not only died but like they left you, and that's a really difficult thing because that involves angry feelings. But you're going to feel everything, and I think that you allow yourself to feel everything. I will say this, which is what I've said to a lot of people, and that is when you do lose somebody like a parent, the only thing that I can say is that it never gets better, but it does get easier. And you won't know when the day happens where it is not the only thing you think about for 24 hours in a day. But I can just assure you that the days are coming where it is not the thing that you're going to think about for 24 hours a day, and that you will sort of become hard to other things. I know that I identify more with people who have suffered loss than I do with anybody else. I can tell almost immediately the way somebody reacts to a situation, or how they are in a crisis, or how they act in an argument, or how they deal with pettiness. I can tell if they've gone through something. There's a certain hardness that individuals have who have gone through a loss, where things matter less and things matter differently. And I gravitate towards those people. I always have a better bond with people who have gone through something like this, especially at a weird age, whether it's you losing a parent when you're young, or whether it's somebody losing somebody else at a time that it really shouldn't have happened at. Those things make you hard. And I think that the way to make sure that you don't remain too hard to function is that you need people in your life who offer the support and are there to remind you that there are things that are worth being happy about, and that there are things that are able to, provide a temporary relief, and that you can laugh, and it's okay to laugh, and you can watch a comedy, and you can go and do something dumb, and you can go and get drunk with your friends, and you can go and do all these things, but you need other people in your life who are going to help you get through that. And, I will just say that you just got to watch out that it doesn't make you permanently numb. And the way that to not become permanently numb is to surround yourself with people who have your back. But I will say again that it never gets easier, but it will get better.
Sending unlimited love to you, Brandon. Thank you so much. Randomness asks, if you could have one candle scent made, what would that scent be?
Oh, please.
Okay. One candle scent.
Like, you can't say Roz because, is that vanilla?
You just want something that just generally smells like me?
No, but
like a little bit vanilla, a little bit freshly cut lawn, a little bit
coffee,
a little bit wood chips, a little bit coffee.
See, because my answers were going to be like man after gym,
right,
or lake.
Man after gym.
No, give us something specific, man.
Well, man after gym is a specific smell.
But that's
that is a specific smell.
Like, it's kind of like a sweaty.
Yeah. So is lake. Lake's a little fishy though. Yeah. I don't know if I'd want a candle.
Very fishy.
Yeah. There's a difference between lake and ocean. Like, ocean is salty, and ocean
I like
is
lake.
You like
when
lake.
we walk by the lake, I'm like, yes.
Really musty and fishy, huh?
Gross.
So weird.
So disgusting.
That's so wild. No, for me, my two favorite smells have always
wet wood.
Wet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Maury's answer is wet wood.
Uh-huh. God damn.
I would say I enjoy a vanilla. I enjoy a cedar wood.
Oh.
I enjoy a bergamot.
Oh, I love bergamot.
I think those are my top three. But I mean, God, what would I pick as number one?
Vanilla is my favorite smell ever.
Yeah.
And I don't like florals. I like citruses. So anything citrus based, I also really, really love. I love a lemon oil kind of thing. I like the smell.
I
of
don't
that.
like when candles mix scents. Like, I like a you know, the patchouli, but I hate when it's like patchouli and this. Like,
Oh, see, I don't mind that. I love a like there's a cologne that I have, which is a Tom Ford cologne, and I think it's like rum, tobacco, and vanilla or something like that.
Ooh.
And it's really good. But I like those two scents. I like strong feminine scents, if that makes sense.
I would
I
also
love
say-
vanilla.
I would say tar for the candle because tar brings back a lot of memories to me.
Like what? Wet wood and tar.
And lake.
And lake. Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with your nose, bro?
Right?
For real.
Fishy lake, wet wood, and tar. Yeah, that's weird. You're like a woman. Most women I know love the smell of gasoline.
Oh, yeah, that's another weird one.
Yeah, that's another weird one. Women love the smell of gasoline.
Oh, like when a bus goes by and you're
No,
like,
no, like the gas station. Like
Oh,
when
I
you're
like
when you're
bus,
pumping
diesel.
gas. They love the smell of gasoline.
My absolute favorite, I bet you it's like super simple too, is because I love Aria Hotel in Vegas.
Oh, yes.
And the scent that they have, like all these big luxury hotels, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
all over the world.
Yeah.
They always have like a signature scent when you walk into the lobby.
Mhm.
And Aria has this one particular scent. I'm pretty sure it's like vanilla in it. And but whatever that scent is my absolute favorite.
It's so funny you say that because there's a hotel in Toronto, and Matthew has worked at it for a while for work, and their lobby smell, he wanted to buy it, and they sell it, but it was like $300.
Oh, but what do they sell it in though? Is it a candle
No,
or
like
is
an
it
incense stick.
Really?
Yeah.
But no, scents. I'm really big into scents. The problem is Catherine and I don't agree on a lot of them. And
Oh,
that-
what's
that's
her
a-
favorite? Or what does she like?
Well, she is really into like she loves lavender, where I can't stand the
Oh,
smell.
I
of
like lavender. It's so nice.
I
know, but careful. As a
detest
man, I read once a headline that lavender, I swear to God, that lavender makes you grow man boobs.
Yo, your internet is different from mine, huh?
Yeah.
The kind of stuff that
Yeah.
you get, your search results are so wild.
That's why for a while I stopped using
I know. I was just gonna say you look like you're stuffed with lavender.
Every week on Instagram, you'll find it. Ask Roz and Mocha, ask your
You're like
question. we'll answer.
Scarecrow with huge titties.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.